On ESPN. Conference opening weekend continues. Kimry Family Stadium in Norman with the rubber game of a three-game set between the 9th-ranked Oklahoma Sooners and the 22nd-ranked Texas A&M Aggies. The Sooners won Friday, the Aggies on Saturday, a series with more twists and turns than Disney's Space Mountain. And we got 45-mile-an-hour winds today, so buckle your seatbelts and batten down the hatches. Alongside former Oklahoma Sooner Blake Brewster, I'm Chad McKee. Truly feels like just one play, one little different finish to an at-bat, and either team could be up 2-0 or down 2-0. What do you think that means for Game 3?
To put it simply, it means that the team that throws strikes and gets outs on time will win this game today. Oklahoma's done a nice job fighting back in this series while giving up 21 free passes on the weekend. Yesterday, the decider was A&M being able to find the timely hit, most of them being the long ball. All that dissection aside, it's blowing out 45 in the opposite direction. All bets are off.
Yeah, the long ball started early. That's the second homer in as many days for Oklahoma's Brendan Brock. Gave the Sooners a 2-0 lead in the first. Chris Hakopian answered in the third here for the Aggies and tied it at 2. Then it was Boston Kellner's turn, one of 2 home runs in the fifth for Texas A&M. Wesley Jordan followed with a 3-run home run. Texas A&M led 6-2, but Oklahoma responded with the first Sooner home run for freshman Alec Blair. It was a 6-4 ball game. We went to the 8th inning, and really the deciding blow was another home run. It was from Caden Sorrell, 2-run shot. That made it 9-5. That would end up being the final score. And that really wasn't even the wild game, Blake, because we had 2 home runs, a bat slam, a bat toss, an ejection, all kinds of walks in the opening game. But this is just baseball in the SEC, is it not?
Absolutely. It's a rubber game on Sunday, man. It couldn't ask for anything better. It's going to be fun.
The Aggies are ready to send this lineup out there today. Terrence Keels had a good weekend at the plate. He'll be in the leadoff spot. And there's Chris Hakopian. He's 4 for 7. A double, a home run, 3 runs driven in. He's also walked 3 times, so he's been on base 7 times in the 2 games so far. Caden Sorrell homered yesterday. Wesley Jordan also homered yesterday. Grohovac, Dewar, Partita, Bear Harrison, the catcher, and the shortstop Boston Kellner, facing an Oklahoma freshman who's been very good, making his 5th start, the left-hander, Cord Rager, ready to roll. And he deals a little bit upstairs here to Terrence Keel. What's critical for Cord Rager? He's got all the physical tools.
Yeah, I think it's just promoting confidence for him, finding the strike zone, finding 3 pitches that he can find for strikes and get guys out, keep him off balance.
And Cord Rager's longest outing, 5 innings. He's done that 3 different times. 22 strikeouts, only 6 walks for him. And the 2-0. 2 balls and a strike, 93-mile-an-hour fastball to Terrence Keel. Keel has been a table setter. He's been down in the lineup the first 2 games, but he's walked 4 times in the series. So he's up in the leadoff spot. That one's going to get blown to maybe Fort Worth. You lift anything in the air, and it is an adventure.
Yeah, we were watching fly balls in BP pregame, and they had the machine set up, shooting it over third base, and it was ending up in the 4-hole spot, catching it by the second baseman. It's going to be interesting to see these guys manage the pop-ups today.
You know, if you don't play in it, it's almost impossible to deal with it. As you said, you take some fly balls out of the machine, but a batted ball is a little bit different.
It is, and A&M hits some big league pop-ups as well. We've seen that today.
Rager gets Keel looking to start this one. Cord Rager, Skip Johnson has talked about him a lot, said he can be hard on himself sometimes, but you just got to move past things, and he has. He was the opening weekend starter for Oklahoma in a top 10 win over TCU. So right out of the gate, he was ready to go in his first start.
Right, and that's just him pounding the zone, right? A guy that kind of pounds his chest, and sometimes you like a guy that's hard on himself because he expects greatness.
Here's Hakopian. He's got 4 hits, as we said, home run and a double, homered yesterday. He's also walked 3 times.
This is a big bat here, Chat. Hakopian, probably one of the better hitters in the SEC. Just a calm approach, serious power.
We talked about Hakopian coming back from a back injury. Played a couple of games early, went out, came back for the Virginia Tech game, hit a home run, and the back flared up. And he was out from then until Friday when he came back into the lineup. 2 balls and a strike here. Oklahoma's weekend rotation has been good this year, but a tough start for Cameron Johnson. Walked 7 on Friday night. And then L.J. Mercurius got knocked around really for the first time this season yesterday. Skip Johnson, though, said he felt like he stayed in the process. He just gave up some home runs on a somewhat wind-blown day.
Did a good job of getting the first pitch strike, right? Like, guy that kind of pounds his zone, but I think he got a little bit predictable at times. Like, a lot of those home runs came off the first pitch, staying in the fastball count, and A&M did a really nice job of taking the pitches that he was giving them and putting a good swing on them in those counts.
Aggies have been excellent at separating balls from strikes this weekend. They've walked 20 times in 2 games. Here's a payoff pitch. Hakopian lines another one foul. Twists and turns in this weekend series. And, sometimes it's hyperbole. You say, well, either team could have won that game when you know that's not the case. But this weekend, that's been the case.
And credit to Oklahoma, man. That Friday night game, you go down 4-0 in the bottom of the first and then just find a way to get back.
Rager's been able to find the inside edge to the first 2 batters with a fastball each time. That one was 94 to sit down Hakopian.
Yeah, we'll see the fastball dotted up on the inside to Hakopian. That's just on the black. Pitcher's pitch. Too close to let go. Second strikeout of the inning.
Here's Caden Sorrell, who homered yesterday. His only hit so far this weekend. But off to a great start. 9 home runs and 31 runs driven in. Showing bunt, and he takes a fastball for a strike.
Yeah, you'll see the bunt on with the shift. It's a wide open 5-hole. If you can just put it down, you're going to run. Center fielder Caden Sorrell, imagine he's got some speed.
The 0-1 pitch. Another fastball on the outer half. Sorrell was a starter on the College World Series team for the Aggies in 2024. Last year, only 26 games due to injury, but he still hit 12 home runs.
Got some serious power from the left side.
Swing and a miss through a fastball by him. Cord Rager, 3 strikeouts. And the Oklahoma freshman off to an excellent start in this rubber game. We'll give you the Oklahoma batting lineup when we come back. Cord Rager doesn't look like a freshman right here.
No, it's been mostly fastball all inning, but he's commanded it well to start this game off.
Not kidding. Gusts of 47 miles per hour reported in pregame. Maybe the most important time was taking fly balls out of the jugs gun out there.
I don't know. It was hard for me to walk in. Had to be athletic getting into the gate this morning, man.
Yeah.
I almost got blown away.
You can. There's the Sooner lineup. Trey Gamble up in the leadoff spot, then Camden Johnson. Brendan Brock, well, he's got 2 home runs and a triple. He's driven in 5. And Oklahoma gets Jackson Willits back today. Their shortstop had to sit out yesterday after the ejection for throwing his bat down in the game on Friday night. Do not discount what his presence means. Not just the numbers, but his presence mentally and physically in this Oklahoma lineup. Remember, he homered. He got tossed after a home run the other night.
Just a veteran guy, right? A guy that leads the locker room, plays the game the right way, and they may not have been seen Friday night, right? But just one of those guys who handles the bat well, commands the defense, and just a really good leader in the dugout.
Trey Gamble set to lead things off for the Sooners against Aiden Sims, who really has been the best starter numbers-wise for the Aggies this year. And the right-hander is ready to roll, sophomore out of Forney, Texas. And first pitch misses up and away. Here's Aiden Sims, 5th start of the year. Wins over Tennessee Tech, Penn, and also his last start out against Oakland. But he's only given 4 runs total. Gamble slices this one to the top of the back screen. What's more impressive, the 1.59 ERA or the 1.43 batting average against?
I was just about to say that's what sticks out to me. The 5 walks and 25 strikeouts, and guys just don't barrel him up very well. Like, he lets his defense play behind him, but also has the ability to punch guys out.
Gamble takes that one upstairs. Michael Early said that Aiden Sims made a massive jump on the mound from freshman to sophomore year. He said it's about as big as I've ever seen. Throws a couple of different breaking pitches. 2-1. Now, you're going to see that a few times today. Catchers that think they have it framed up and have it caught, but that ball moves in this wind.
Yeah, it does, especially for a right-hander. It's going with that breaking ball. You're trying to ride that fastball through the wind, so you're gonna see a lot of mix-ups. Guys looking like they get crossed up behind the plate, but it's just dealing with the elements today.
And there's Trey Gamble doing what he does about as well as anybody, not in the SEC, but in the country. He draws another walk. And he is very good on the bases. He stole a base yesterday. So Trey Gamble draws the leadoff walk for Oklahoma to start it.
17th on the year, and he's got 11 strikeouts to punch out. So you got 6 or 7 walks to more punch outs. It's a sign of a good hitter, guy that can really lead off an inning for you.
Trey Gamble walked 49 times last year. As Blake said, number 17 this year. Here's Camden Johnson showing bunt. Camden Johnson 3 for 8 this weekend. 2 doubles and a run batted in for him. He moved over and started at shortstop yesterday with Jackson Willits out of the Oklahoma lineup. The 0-1. Through the second baseman, Hakopian. Gamble's going to charge around to third, and Oklahoma putting something together with a walk and a base hit. Runners at the corners and nobody out. Just got under the glove of Hakopian there.
Yeah, set up for double play depth, kind of cheated towards the second base bag. Gives a full-length dive, but just tips off the glove. We'll get another look at it. Little hook barrel from Camden Johnson. You'll see Hakopian laying out, giving an effort, but that gives Trey Gamble time to go first to third. Good read on the ground ball.
And here's the hitting star this weekend for Oklahoma, Brendan Brock. Playing out in right field today. Throw over close play. It gets away from Grahovac, and the first run's going to come in on a throwing error by the pitcher, Aiden Sims. It is 1-0. Everything is a challenge in this wind. He even throws to first base, Blake.
Yeah, it's really going to test the mental fortitude today of these guys. Let's take another look at this. It's a pretty good move, but that goes just to the left side of Grahovac's. Got to reach over Camden Johnson to make that play, unable.
So Oklahoma with a run on a walk, a hit, and an error. And the Sooners strike first today. Now Camden Johnson, who runs extremely well. Oklahoma hasn't really opened up the running game. They didn't steal a base on Friday, stole 3 yesterday. Harrison's done a solid job behind the plate helping neutralize it for Texas A&M. The 0-1 to Brock misses downstairs, 2-1. Cool moment yesterday. It is Military Appreciation Weekend here in Norman. And Brendan Brock's dad, Joe, who's a senior airman, threw out the first pitch to Brendan before yesterday's game. And then Brendan hit a home run. I mean, come on. This one is shot up into the air, an adventure. It starts out in shallow center field, blows keel all the way into deep right field. It's caught, and that's a nice job by Keel. In the meantime, Camden Johnson tags at second and moves to third with 1 away.
Perfect call, Chad. That ball started on the bottom of the U in center field and worked its way almost to the foul line of right field. It's going to be a challenge today. Can you get your outs on time? Can you make a defensive play?
The Oklahoma fans recognizing the return of Jackson Willits. Had to sit yesterday. Friday night, though, he was 3 for 3 with a home run. And he rips this one right through the box. It's a base hit, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Sooners. Willits returns and still has not made an out this weekend. He's 4 out of 4.
Which is what he does, right? Using the middle of the field with a runner on third base, less than 2 outs. Gets paid off with a knock for his 20th RBI in the year.
Jackson Willits producing. So the Sooners take a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning, and here's Dayton LaChance. LaChance takes that one over the inside corner from Aiden Sims. See how Sims responds here. He has not given more than 2 runs in any of his starts so far this year.
Did a nice job getting strike 1 in this account.
Ripped right at the shortstop, Kellner. That's out number 2. Willits scampers back to the bag at first. Hit on a line pretty hard there by LaChance.
Yeah, good game to gain adjustments from there. Thought LaChance was a little bit underneath the fastball yesterday, had 3 or 4 fly ball outs. Gets it on the line. Just right at somebody. Check this out. Right at the shortstop, Boston Kellner.
So 2 down, and here is Alec Blair, DHing today. Blair has been the starter in right field each of the first 2 days. Oklahoma changing things up. They've got Dayton Taki in the lineup and playing first base for the first time this weekend, but not wanting to take the bat of Brendan Brock or Dayton LaChance out of the lineup. And so Blair DHs and swings and misses there. Hit his first home run as an Oklahoma Sooner yesterday, but he's had a good weekend, Blake. He's 3 of 8.
Yeah, as a left-handed bat, he handled the left-hander Shane Sadeo Friday night really well. I think that bought him the start yesterday, and he ended up hitting the homer 1 for 4.
1-1 just missed. Outside. Plate umpire is Steve Mattingly. Jordan Farrell's the first base umpire. James Ainsworth is at second, and Eric Gaucher is our third base ump. Blair bounces this one toward the left side, trying to beat the shift, but he grounds it to the only infielder over there on the third base side. That's Nico Partita, and the inning is over. But Oklahoma is on the board first. 2-0 Sooners headed to the second in the rubber game in Norman. Friday night, things got a little heated. We were at a simmer, and we hit a boil when Jackson Willits homered for Oklahoma. That bat went down. The bat then was tossed. Eric Gaucher then came over and told the Sooner dugout after this little exchange between the two sides that Jackson Willits had been ejected, had to sit out yesterday, and he's back in the lineup, already driven in a run today. Yeah, interesting game on Friday night. We told you, I know there were 6 home runs yesterday, but the fireworks were really on Friday night.
Yeah, tensions were high, man. I thought we might have a brawl on our hands. We ended up coming up unscathed. I was ready to go.
And then everybody who didn't see the game yesterday, was everybody good? Anything?
Yeah.
No, everybody played nice yesterday.
Handshakes and happy smiles.
Well,
maybe.
That fly ball to right off the bat of Wesley Jordan, caught by Brendan Brock, who's getting only his second start of the year out in right field for Oklahoma today. It brings in Gavin Grahovac. 1 hit this weekend. It was a double that drove in a run, though. Cord Rager. Breaking pitch that hit him. So the first base runner for the Aggies is on a hit by pitch of Gavin Grahovac.
Yeah, a slider that he just kind of grips a little bit too much and tries to get the back foot to Grahovac, ends up clipping him.
Rager was recruited as a two-way guy, also a hitter, and the pitching just really took off. And Skip Johnson said, let's give this a full-time go and see how it goes. And he wound up being one of the 3 weekend starters this season for Oklahoma.
Yeah, it sets up nice for him, right? In the midweeks in practice, you can get him some ABs against some arms that need some time, and you can kind of let that bat develop. But if you got 95 from the left side at 6'6", you're sorry, buddy, you're on the mound.
The 1-0 pitch is in there. Imagine that. You get these tools in the hands of one of the best pitching coaches in the country, and Skip Johnson, and voila. It's almost like magic, Blake, but not quite.
Does a good job. He sprinkles the fairy dust on top of him, let him ride.
Jake Dewar in this lefty-lefty matchup. A ball and 2 strikes now on Dewar. Double transfer as he began his limited playing time in 2 seasons at TCU, and then last year at Florida Atlantic, but he got hurt about this time of the year, in fact, middle of March, and missed the rest of the season. Now he is an Aggie. Kind of guy that Michael Early said they were looking for in the portal. Became available. And now in College Station. That pitch is a called strike 3. The Aggies thought it was a pitch clock violation. They were out of the dugout, I think, pointing at the scoreboard, Blake. Is that what I saw?
I think they were asking for a box, see if we get another look at it. It was before he wound up and threw to the plate. It's a good fastball in the outside corner, but it seemed like he lost his balance from the wind. I think the Aggie dugout was wanting a balk call there.
No balk, instead strike 3 and the 4th strikeout for Cord Rager. So it's a runner at first and 2 down for Nico Partita. And Partita shoots one foul. He's 2 for 9 this weekend. Is Nico Partita, one of the 2 freshmen in the lineup and over on the left side of the infield. The 0-1 is hit foul. I think it hit the turf before it came up and got a piece of Nico Partita. Manville, Texas freshman. He, along with what Boston Kellner has done there on the left side of the infield. And Michael Early said they were kind of sweating the draft with those 2 guys, but once they made it through, they figured they had the left side of their infield complete.
Yeah, as you saw, 2 for 9 on the weekend. Had a really good approach. It's been fun to watch him step in the box.
Rager has gotten the call on that inside edge a couple of times. That one missed a little too inside.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. I think it's a ball in. Home crowd won the strikeout. I think he got it right on that one.
What do we have here now? I think we've got some debris that is blown out onto home plate. Our plate umpire Steve Mattingly calling a member of the equipment team over to take whatever that was. Let's speculate on what that was.
Attack, a wedding ring maybe? No?
I was going to go with contact lens.
Okay.
But I think somebody would be rubbing their eyes, or I don't know. And now we're looking over at first base. Dayton Taki and the runner Grahovac over there. I think we're ready to go. There goes the runner, and it's swung on and missed. So how about 5 strikeouts and 6 outs recorded for Cord Rager? A hit batsman and a man left, and a 2-0 Oklahoma lead headed to the bottom of the second. At the plate here in the bottom of the second, a look at the offense for Oklahoma. In the series, 11 extra base hits, 4 home runs. They've hit 2 homers in each game. Just got off to such a great start, Blake, in an 8-0 start. Scored double-figure runs in their first 7 games of the season. You're going to have your ups and downs, but they haven't had many downs.
All right, it seemed like the bats kind of cooled off for a week or 2 there, but, you know, Friday night in the SEC comes around and it wakes back up, and haven't looked back this weekend. Done a really nice job keeping the defense in this game throughout this series.
First time in the lineup this weekend for Dayton Taki, veteran first baseman. Left-handed hitter, and the wind, yeah, it's coming out of the north, but it kind of traffics things toward the right field corner. That pitch is up and away, 3-0. Yes, it blows things basically toward first base. You get a look at the flags, but kind of pointing toward the right field foul line, if you will. And a left-handed hitter, man, you get one up, as you well know.
It will go, man. I always liked when it was cold and blowing out of the north and just trying to elevate poolside, just kind of lick your chops. And balls were going out in BP, so I think it's going to fly that way.
Strike 2 to Taki. So Aiden Sims right back. Gave up a couple of hits and a walk, and committed an error himself in that first inning, leading to one of the 2 Oklahoma runs. There's the payoff. Taki, for the second time in as many innings, Oklahoma draws a leadoff walk.
It's pretty good at bat for Taki's first AB this weekend. Gets it to 3-1, works it full, and then takes a ball low to get on first base. First guy on.
Here is the Sooner second baseman, Kyle Branch. 1 out of 4 this weekend. The 1 hit was a double. 1 run scored. Branch takes a strike there. Starting pitchers have had a mixed bag this weekend. That pitch is downstairs. The two starters on Friday night. You expect you got one of those Friday nights going to be 2-1, 3-2 type of a ball game, but neither one of them made it even to the finish of the fourth inning. It was Shane Sadejo for the Aggies and Cameron Johnson for Oklahoma. As this one is pulled through the left side by Branch. He's got his second hit of the series. L.J. Mercurius was really not bad getting into the fifth for Oklahoma yesterday. The best start came from Weston Moss for Texas A&M yesterday.
Good enough letting a look at this one. Little rollover action through the sixth hole. Take those all day. Kyle Branch, thank you. I'll take another.
That's the third hit for the Sooners. And here's Jason Walk, batting in the number 9 spot today. 2 for 8 with 2 runs scored this weekend. You think bunt here? You would be right. Yeah, same situation yesterday. He laid down a perfect bunt toward third and had a bunt base hit out of it.
Yeah, it's one of those ones you couldn't coach it up any better. Detonated it right off the end of the bat and just spun it to make the catcher, Bear Harrison, field it. No chance at first base.
2-0 to Jason Walk. With his speed, bunt would be a very, very big part of your arsenal.
Juan Pierre action.
Yeah.
Dodgers, right?
Multiple teams. Blue Jays as well. 2-1 to Walk. Top of the order is on deck for the Sooners. Aiden Sims to the plate. Walk takes ball 3.
Sims trying to throw the slider. That's a tougher pitch to bunt if you're Jason Walk. Missing, making this 3-1. Now you got to come straight to him.
Walk squares around early and does bunt. It'll be fielded by the pitcher Sims and over to first. So the sacrifice is successful for Jason Walk.
Well executed there. Just giving yourself up for your team. He'll put the ball in the hands of Aiden Sims, the pitcher. Yesterday was a little bit more left, and look, he still even almost beats this out, just half a step.
Yeah, that was the first baseman, Grahovac, who came in on the bunt and then was able to actually get back to the bag and take the throw. You want your first baseman taking that throw, if it can happen.
Right.
And it did for the Aggies. Top of the order here, Trey Gamble for the Sooners. Walked and scored his first time. You know, we've talked so much about the wind and its impact on fly balls, what you can do with the plate. How about the pitcher and the impact on a pitcher, Blake?
Right. It makes that breaking ball from the right-hand side a little bit sharper.
Gamble fights this one off down the left field line, and it's foul.
Fastball release point may be a little bit similar, but you got to find the feel for it, right? But that breaking ball is really the one that makes it affect. When you're throwing like an off-speed pitch into the wind, that changeup will be better. Kind of just think about how the pitch shape works, and it'll either affect it whether it's going into it or away from it.
One and two now on Trey Gamble. About just coming set or getting into your motion, and all of a sudden you get a 45-mile-an-hour wind gust.
Yeah, I think we saw a balk in the first inning from Cord Rager where he lost his balance. Maybe you come set a little bit wider than shoulder width and keep a good balance, weight in the heels so you don't get an unforced error.
A little low and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Oklahoma with a walk to Dayton Taki. A base hit by Kyle Branch there. It's third and second, respectively. Gamble the other way, pulls this one. We've seen so many shifts defensively. I feel like both teams are shifting on about half the batters. But it's interesting they don't shift with Gamble here in this at-bat. They're not pulled around to the right side of the infield.
It's really spray charts, man, and whatever you feel like a guy does in a certain count, we see him switch in the middle of at-bats sometimes. Maybe he's pull early, push late.
This will score a run. Tough play for Hakopian. Gamble can run, but Hakopian's able to complete it. Dayton Taki crosses the plate with the third Sooner run, and Trey Gamble has now scored a run and driven in a run today.
Yeah, good at bat right here. Just chops one into the ground. Ball in play, scores a run. Gives him his 15th RBI in the year.
So Taki reached on a walk. 2 of the 3 Sooner runs that have scored were scored by guys who walked. There's Camden Johnson. Singled and scored his first time up today. He's now 4 out of 9 this weekend with a pair of doubles.
This is a situation right here that the Sooners were good Friday night. 2 out hitting, getting the RBIs late in the inning. Yesterday kind of fell short, couldn't find the clutch hit.
Let up pitch there. Took something off and dealt the strike to Camden Johnson.
But that second run in this inning could prove big later on down this game. Find a way to score that guy at third base.
1-1. There's a base hit. Camden Johnson swinging a hot bat. He's hitting balls hard these days for the Sooners. In to score comes Kyle Branch, and it's 4-0 Oklahoma in the second inning.
It's a really good swing. Using the middle of the field. Everything, another hook barrel for him. How about it? Little top spinner through the middle of the field. Gets that 2 RBI knock. 2 out RBI knock.
4-0 Oklahoma. And Brendan Brock will be the batter. Johnson, excellent base stealer. 16 of 17 this season is Camden Johnson. Brendan Brock hit a fly ball caught by the right fielder Terrence Keel his first time. Little closer play over there.
It's a really good move to first by Sims. I'd call that his A move. Camden Johnson off just a little bit too far, able to get back though.
That one skipped over to first base.
I like the confidence, though. You still got to control the run game. Even though they made an error in the first inning to score a run, you still got to be able to control the Sooners.
Brendan Brock now 3 of 9 this weekend. Home run leader for Oklahoma with 6 of them. 26 runs driven in. He's batting .348. 1-1 the count for Brendan Brock. One of the 2 JUCO All-American catchers brought to Oklahoma this year, Brock and LaChance. Brock was the first-team All-American junior college catcher, and LaChance was second-team a season ago. That's 4 throws over to first base to try to keep Camden Johnson hugged up tight. There you see the bio. Southwestern Illinois Community College. 20 home runs last year there. There goes the runner. Slow roller to short. Kellner going to have to hurry and can't get it there in time. Camden Johnson is around third, was thinking about coming home. Had he might have scored because the throw is wide of home. But Johnson stops at third. That'll be an infield hit for Brendan Brock. This is Oklahoma's offense right here. You're worried about that runner over there, and he winds up at third.
Creating havoc. They'll get a little run and hit with a 1-1 count. It's a slow roller. Good job by Kellner trying to get there, but the throw is wide right. Grahovac, nice job corralling that, getting the ball in quick. Russell Raley at third base had Camden Johnson round around third. We'll check this out. Puts on the brakes. All right, we'll come back.
Camden Johnson saying, she'll let me go.
Yeah.
But it was played pretty well on the backup there. Michael Early is out for an early mound visit here with Aiden Sims, trying to calm it down and get the final out. Oklahoma has pushed across 2 runs on 3 hits and a walk in the inning. And the Sooners have men at first and third. Jackson Willits, who has yet to be retired in this series. Michael Early's second season as the head coach. He was The hitting coach for 3 years prior, Jim Schlossnagel, left to go to Texas. Michael Early got the job basically in early July before last season. And so this year, more comfortable with the off-the-field decisions. He said on field, no problem. But off the field, there are no first-time decisions for him to have to make anymore. Jackson Willits had an RBI single his first time. He's 4 for 4 this weekend. And 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch count's up over 45 already, and only in the second inning for Aiden Sims. Willits drills this one to right field. Keel looks over, and this ball is a home run on just about any other day, but it's blown wide of the foul pole. That ball was crushed, but Mother Nature took over, and it's a long, loud strike one.
Yeah, this ball was backspun too, Chad. It was true, but the wind just drug it. I feel like it started left of the light pole in right center field and just took it all the way to the foul territory.
There goes Brock from first, and Willits fouls that one off. Jackson Willits just goes about things like a pro. Of course, his dad, Reggie, the offensive coordinator at Oklahoma, after his time playing in the major leagues and then coaching in the major leagues. He's a former Oklahoma Sooner himself. Again, there goes the runner from first. This one is going to be in the shallow center field. The wind is all over this. Who's going to catch it? Nobody. Already in to score is Camden Johnson. Around third comes Brendan Brock. Willits winds up at second, and Oklahoma winds up with a 6-0 lead on a fly ball that nobody could touch because of the wind.
Yeah, I think this is going to go down as a double.
It has to, I think.
You said it earlier, Chad. It's tough to play in this. Let's watch this fly ball, see if we get a good angle on it. Goes out of picture here, but you can see everybody reacting. It starts out in center field, and then Hakopian ends up almost on the foul line.
This is as crazy. You know, you've been in this ballpark a lot, as have I. This is as crazy as I've seen the wind on any. We're talking about, we could see a 50-mile-an-hour wind gust today.
You're absolutely right, man. It's almost tornado-esque. EF1.
So 6-0 Oklahoma. Willits still has not been retired in this series. He's at second after a 2-run double. He's driven in 3 of the 6 Sooner runs. Here's the 8th batter of the inning, Dayton LaChance. 1-1 to LaChance. LaChance hit the ball hard, but right at the shortstop Kellner his first time.
Interesting to see the outfield alignment.
Isn't it, though?
See the left fielder kind of shaded in, center fielder Farrell.
It's almost like zone coverage here.
Absolutely.
We're playing a zone.
He's got to help. The center fielder's got to help Kill in right field, so he's shaded in and to the left.
You see Kill almost at the warning track, and then, as you said, Sorrell is on the logo out there in center. This one has popped up. Wind's going to blow this one way, way over and out of the reach of the first baseman, Grahovat. You're also dealing with the sun. I mean, you got a bright bluebird sky. So you look up, you're looking right into the sun with a 45-mile-an-hour wind.
It's tough to judge it.
Coach, can I DH today? Would that be the Blake Brewster suggestion?
Yeah, just mark me up for the midweek, Coach.
Yep, I'm in. Could I get the midweek? Back's a little cranky today. And it's not to make light of anybody that's out there trying to field these fly balls. It is just tough.
It's a tough ask, man. It really is. The key scenario, you got to get the back to the wind. That way the ball's coming into you as it's coming down. But incredible ask because you're still running 100 feet to go get to where the ball's going to land.
Yeah. Payoff pitch coming here to Dayton LaChance. We'll do it all over again.
You know it's crazy because if the wind's blowing out the opposite direction to left, it's a normal day. Everybody knows how to play it. It's not a thing, but it's blowing out to right from the north, so it throws a kink in everybody's plans.
Even if it's the same velocity,
right,
like you're saying, but just a different direction, that's kind of normal.
Right. Okay, the ball's going to carry to left, and that's it. Get on your horse to the alleys, stuff like that. But today's a different beast.
This one popped up. It's going to blow way out of here. This is a day where the Lloyd Noble Center is just across the street. There's going to be ball. Like, I'm parked over there.
Yeah,
I may get a foul ball under my car or in my windshield.
Got some windshield insurance?
Hang on. I got to get with my guy.
Yeah. Right next to the heat and air guy on the contacts list.
Another 3-2. There's ball 4. As LaChance has to sit down out of the way of that one. So the 9th batter of the inning for Oklahoma will be Alec Blair. 4 runs are across for the Sooners on 4 hits.
He's really good at bat. Gets down 0-2 on that at bat and works it all the way full to end up working the walk with 2 outs.
I think we got a little bit of activity surfacing out in the A&M bullpen. Alec Blair grounded to third his first time. Drives this one foul down the left field line. He's done a really good job at trying to beat the shift and hit the ball to the left side this week.
Yeah, he has. And he got paid off last night, right? The fastball in. The Aggies have been throwing the off speed to him, getting him to chase, and then he gets a fastball in and parks his first homer in right center.
There's a strike. Good pitch from Sims there. Maybe Blair was looking for something else. There's the activity out in the bullpen. Hat blowing off as soon as we get the camera to him. That's Gavin Lyons.
Put some athletic tape on the brim of that thing. Keep it stuck to the forehead.
Need a chin strap. So I believe the plate umpire, Steve Mattingly, he said something to Aiden Sims, the pitcher, who said, man, I was ready to go. And the 0-2. Oklahoma 6 for 10 at the plate so far. All 6 hits have come with runners on base. Swing and a miss, and a big strikeout there for Aiden Sims. But Oklahoma bats 9 in the second. They get 4 runs on 4 hits and carry a 6-0 lead to the third. This afternoon, Oklahoma won on Friday night, a 1-run game. And the Aggies were able to even it up yesterday. Sooners a quick 6-0 start today. And it's not just the offense, but their freshman pitcher, Cord Rager, has been very good as well. Rager already 5 strikeouts in 6 outs recorded. They face Bear Harrison, Boston Kellner, and the leadoff man, Terrence Keel, here in the third. This one is drilled down the left field line. That one's going to be foul, though. Bear Harrison.
Yeah, if you're going to go that way today, keep it on the line just like that. It's a good swing.
Second season at A&M for Bear Harrison. Started his career at St. Mary's. Hit 10 home runs for the Aggies last year. You'll take 10 bombs out of your catcher, won't you?
All day long. If he was left-handed, he wouldn't be here. I know that.
2-1, a little upstairs. They appeal down to the first base umpire, John Farrell, who says no swing. So 3 balls and a strike. 5 strikeouts, 1 hit batsman so far for Cord Rager. And there is the first base hit of the day for the Aggies. Kind of an elevated fastball there. It rumbles all the way to the warning track. And rumbling into second base with his second double of the weekend is Bear Harrison.
Just a good approach by Harrison there. You'll see a fastball elevated. He just gets on top of. Cuts it through the wing, gets it all the way to the wall. Great swing.
Double number 6 for Bear Harrison as the Aggies have the leadoff man aboard for the first time today. Here is Boston Kellner. One for 6 this weekend is Kellner.
Had the solo home run yesterday.
Yeah, he's gotten in on the home run parade. Actually, his home run in the 5th inning gave the Aggies a lead they would never relinquish. Made the score 3-2. This one is flared out into right field. Played on a hop out there by Blair. And here comes the Texas A&M offense. First 2 men have reached in the 3rd.
Really good approach by Kellner there. Fastball over the middle of the plate. Stays with it. Keeps the angle tight to the body. Serves it up to Brock in right field.
So it is Brendan Brock out there in right field for the Sooners for the first time in this series. And back to the top of the order for Terrence Keel. He struck out looking in the 1st. Starts him with a breaking pitch this time.
Yeah, it's a good one. Looked like more of a vertical breaking ball. Starts at the top of the zone, ends at the knees. Good strike 1.
Oh, 2 on Keel. Texas A&M trying to take advantage of a double and a single to start the inning. And Rager throws over. Rager wears number 99. So you think Rick Wild Thing Vaughn from Major League. This is the time of the year where you got to watch Major League at least 10 times,
you
right?
You hit it, you can name it, baby.
0-2 pitch. It is not for Rick Wild Thing Vaughn. He has worn number 9 in his career, and number 9 was not available. So he said, I'll just take 2 9s.
Yeah, seniority over there at third base from Camden Johnson.
Yeah.
Tip your cap to the old guy.
Now, you get the 1-2. Chopper toward third. Camden Johnson comes in. He'll throw to first, and safe there is Keel, who runs well. Johnson hesitated. He thought, do I come home, try to get Harrison, or do I go to first? And he who hesitates is lost. 6-1 now.
Absolutely right on that, Chad. Good speed out of the box by Keel. We'll get another look at this. See if we can see the pause from Johnson at third base. Yep, he takes a look, and that's just too long. Keel's too fast down the line.
So Keel beats the wrap. Harrison scores. The Aggies are on the board and still nobody out. And the heart of the lineup set to roll in here for Texas A&M. It'll be ruled a base hit for Keel, who gets an RBI, his first of the weekend. This one is driven out into left field. Gamble is in to play this one from Hakopian for the first out, and the runners will have to stay put. All things considered, if you're Rager, you will certainly take that out off the bat of Hakopian, who's been red hot.
Yeah, it's a home run yesterday, Chad. Now it's just a fly ball to left today.
So back to the number 99, you know, players are, there's NIL money involved these days and that sort of thing. Would you have been willing to pay for a number in your collegiate playing days?
Man, I'd take anything you give me. I was just happy to wear the jersey, man. Name on the front, not the name on the back type thing.
Yeah, but we're talking about the number.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. Well, I didn't even pick the number that I had, but I ended up liking it. So.
Yeah, you get a number and then you make yourself like it.
I'll never forget it. Skip told me that I'm the only outfielder he's ever seen to wear number 2.
This one is dunked into left field. Up with it comes Gamble, headed toward the plate with run number 2, and crossing the dish is Kellner. And so the Aggies get a run on a base hit to left by Caden Sorrell. It's 6-2.
31 RBIs on the year now. This is just a little check swing. Dying quail, you'll take it all day long. Scores Boston Kellner.
So Caden Sorrell drives in his second run of the series. Aggies scratch back here. 2 runs home on 4 hits. And a little visit to Cord Rager, paid by his catcher Dayton LaChance here.
That's a good pitch right there. You kind of tip your cap to him. Those things kind of happen, especially a day like today.
Six-two, top of the third. And here's Wesley Jordan. Jordan homered yesterday. 2 hits on the weekend. Flied out to the right fielder, Brendan Brock, his first time today.
Yeah, back to the number thing. We'd be walking around practice, and I just see Skip shaking his head at me. And like, what I do now kind of thing. He's like, only outfielder I've never seen to wear number 2.
Ball and a strike here to Wesley Jordan. So 2-1 now, 4 hits in the inning. Harrison a double and singles by Kellner, Keel, and Sorrell to push across a pair. And Rager with a 2-1 to the cleanup man, Jordan, instead. They'll throw out there. That's Keel, the runner at second. Big lead over at first by Sorrell. And a ground ball to the second baseman, Branch. He'll go to Willits for 1. They will record the out at second base, and they say that he lost it on the transfer. So put the out in the books at second. No return throw to try to get Jordan at first base. And Sorrell is retired, but that might have ended the inning had Willits not lost it on the transfer.
It seems like the feed from Branch was a little bit wide to the Willits' left. We'll see. Yeah, he had to kind of come across his body on the transfer, just lose his grip.
So 2 gone, runners at the corners. And here's Grahovac, who got hit by a pitch his first time. Potential big out both ways right here. Can Rager shut it down? Can Grahovac push across another run?
Yeah, it's a big momentum at bat, right? Cutting the lead in half for the Aggies is a big momentum builder. Leaving it at 4 for the Sooners keeps your momentum in the dugout.
Grahovac 1 hit in the series. He's 1 for 7. And the 2-0, big hack at that one. Two home runs, 19 driven in for Grahovac on the year. Rager's 2-1. Maybe got that pitch earlier in the game.
Yeah, I think Mattingly rung a couple guys up on that one. High? I don't know.
Here's the 3-1, though. And the bases are loaded. Well, that is the first walk that Rager has issued today. He also hit Grahovac with a pitch in the second. The 2 free base runners that this left-hander has given. Now a huge at-bat. Jake Dewar stands in with the bases loaded and 2 gone in the third.
You're not happy about the walk, but first base open. You get to left on left here. Hopefully you got an advantage. Find a way to hit this third out.
Dewar struck out looking his first time. 0-1. Jake Dewar's had 2 for 10 this weekend with a double and a run batted in. See, .338 hitter with 3 home runs. Aggies hit 4 home runs in yesterday's game. 36 on the year as a team. 1-1 the count. And 2 balls and a strike. Feels like that the bullpens are going to be the big factor in this one. Just has been the case really the first 2 days.
Yeah, it has. Starting pitching's been a little bit off for both teams. I think our best outing as far as starting pitching was Weston Moss yesterday. The bullpen ended up coming, shutting the door for the Aggies yesterday in the win.
2-1 pitch is line foul. Yeah, Oklahoma had bases loaded, nobody out in yesterday's game, trying to scratch back into it. They ended up getting a run, and then Freshcorn came out of the bullpen and just shut it down for the Aggies. He was great out of the pen. And that's a day after taking the loss in the opener on Friday night.
Right. Just the timely hit, right?
2-2 is a base hit into left center field. Keel is going to cross the plate. Gamble's throw goes to third. It is getting away from Camden Johnson. Jordan crosses the plate. We've got a 2-run game. It's a 2-run base hit for Jake Dewar, and the Aggies have 4 runs across here in the 3rd inning.
Make that 21 RBIs on the year for Jake Dewar. It's a good job. Fastball at the letters, keeps the hands high, tight to the body, serves it in the left field for the 2-out RBI.
So Keel, who singled, and Jordan, who was safe on a fielder's choice play, both score. And now the tying run is on board. This pitch is swatted foul, out of play. Grohovac is now the runner at third. And Dewar, after his 2-run single, is the man at first base. Nico Partita's the 9th batter here in the inning, just as Oklahoma sent 9 to the plate in the bottom of the 2nd. Two and one now to Partita, who struck out his first time. Keel and Sorrell with RBI singles. 2-run single by Dewar. And the Aggies have a crooked number in the 3rd.
It's been the fun part of this series, right? Neither team willing to let go and shut down. The fight is there for 9 innings. You go into the bottom of the 9th yesterday with the Sooners down 4, you think they've got a chance to win the game. Keeps everybody on their toes.
Already 10 runs on 11 hits in this game, and we're only in the 3rd. And 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cord Rager trying to finish off a troublesome 3rd inning. And Partita not ready to go quietly. Little activity starting now in the Oklahoma bullpen. Looks like Jackson Cleveland has started to loosen a little bit down in that left field pen. There he is.
And maybe a little relief valve in case Rager can't get out of this inning on his own. Still got a 2-run lead. Got to find a way to keep it there.
But Partita is battling away against Cord Rager, whose pitch count's getting up now. Up over 60 and only in the 3rd inning. Bear Harrison, who started the inning with a double, is over in the on-deck circle. And another foul ball.
just a really poised at bat by Partita.
I think we've had 30 foul balls already in this game.
You know, none of them had a chance to stay in either.
Nope.
They were probably fair when they left the bat.
Several of them have been, or at least in the field of play when they left the bat. Another 2-2 coming to Nico Partita. And there's strike three called. And a big sigh and scream from the left-hander Cord Rager. He finishes off what was a good offensive inning for Texas A&M. They get 4 to get back within 6-4. What you would expect. Oklahoma and Texas A&M. Skip Johnson and the Sooners. Where is Skip? He's back in the dugout somewhere. We're trying to find him. You know, the first thing, just talking to him about the environment here at Kimry Family Stadium, which has been excellent. Had over 5,000 fans, sold out all weekend, and just a great environment for Skip and the Sooners here this weekend, Blake.
Absolutely, man. I think he's trying to find the heater in that dugout. It's pretty cold out there, but you're right, man. The appreciation that he has for the fans and showing up and showing out, there's been a lot of energy provided by this outstanding crowd.
He said, like to throw a few more strikes, get a clutch base hit or two here and there. But other than that, it's kind of been business as usual for what you see in the SEC. Dayton Taki in to start things off. He walked to start the second inning. The Sooners ended up getting 4 runs on 4 hits. And he whacks this one foul back to the back screen, 2-1. Both pitchers have thrown over 60 pitches so far, and we're not even done with the third inning. Showing bunt there. I'm not sure he was bunting. Count goes to 2-2, but that's interesting on a 2-1 count there, Blake.
Yeah, it is. Maybe a call from the dugout, just try to see how the defense reacts later in the game.
Shift is on toward the first base side, and the count rolls to 3-2 on Taki. Dayton making his first start this weekend. Redshirt senior out of Fort Worth, came through Weatherford College. Last year, missed some time with injury, but batted .271, hit 7 home runs for the Sooners, and he draws a leadoff walk. Second straight inning that Dayton Taki has drawn a leadoff walk. 8 more men came to the plate following him in the second. And we'll see what the third holds in store.
Yeah, 8th walk on the year. You got to think if this turns out to be anything like last inning, they'll be appreciative for sure.
Here's Kyle Branch. He had a base hit and a run scored in the second. 2 hits and 2 runs scored in the weekend series for the Sooner sophomore second baseman. Well, this is the final day of opening weekend in the SEC. Got a couple of other rubber games being played. Mississippi State and Arkansas have had a good series as the Bulldogs won yesterday 7-2. 5 RBIs from Ace Reese yesterday. That series is even at a game apiece over in Fayetteville. Kentucky has taken the first 2 from Alabama. They won 8-7 yesterday, and Auburn has taken the first 2 from Missouri. 6th-ranked Tigers lead that series 2-0. Texas suffered its first loss of the year on Friday to Ole Miss, but they rebounded yesterday for an 11-2 victory. They're playing a rubber game. Tennessee and Georgia, another top 20 matchup. They are tied at a game apiece after the Bulldogs won 4-2 yesterday. Branch in the air to left. Dewar circles and comes sprawling in, sliding to make that catch. Every play in the outfield is an adventure. That's the first out here in the third. South Carolina and Florida. Florida has thrown 2 shutouts in that series. Aiden King went 6 scoreless innings for the Gators yesterday as they've won the first 2 games of that series. And then maybe the surprise, Vanderbilt has taken the first 2 from LSU. 11th-ranked Tigers were defeated yesterday 3-1 by Vanderbilt out in Nashville. Oklahoma is going to be at LSU this coming weekend. So the Sooners hit the road, and Aggies will go home to host Georgia. Here's Jason Walk. Sacrifice bunt for him the first time today. Walk goes fishing on that one. 1-2 the count.
I love the communication from Oklahoma batters. Every pitch they're showing the shape of what that's going to be, what the pitch was. J-Walk swinging through that ball, but still showing his dugout, yeah, that's a breaking ball over the top.
And he gets rung up as that one hits the outside corner for strike 3. That is the first strikeout today for Aiden Sims.
Ball's in the right-hander batter's box. Getting rung up. J-Walk not happy. I think he's got a complaint there.
So with 2 down and Dayton Taki down at first base still, here's Gamble. Gamble walked and scored in the first and then had an RBI ground out in the second. 6-4 Aggies. Each team has had a 4-run inning today. This one is hammered to right field. The wind's got a hold of it. Fair or foul? It's fair, and it's out of here. So Trey Gamble hits a 2-run home run, and Oklahoma is back on top by 4. You knew it had the distance. The question was, how will the wind impact it?
Now he's pulling the Carlton fist going down the line. Please stay fair. Please stay fair. 17 RBIs on the year, 4th homer for him. Ball was crushed. Get another look at it. Ball's fastball in, gets the head out. He knew it off the bat. Please stay fair. Set the bat down very nicely.
8-4 Sooners on top. Michael Early is out of the A&M dugout. He's making a pitching change here in the 3rd inning. So the shortest outing of the year for Aiden Sims. He came in with the best ERA on the club for the Aggies, and opponents batting just 143 against him. But Oklahoma has gotten him for 8 runs on 7 hits. There have been a couple of errors, but he has to leave the game. Four in the rubber game here. We're only in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And the Aggies have to go to the bullpen here. Aiden Sims with his shortest outing of the year, just 2 2/3 innings. And now it is the 3/4 side-arming right-hander Gavin Lyons out of Guilford, Connecticut.
6'3", 200 on the year. 1-0 record, 3.05 ERA, 20 2/3 innings pitched, 16 strikeouts to 4 walks.
Oklahoma with an 8-4 lead. Camden Johnson, the batter, as Oklahoma starts through the heart of the lineup for the 3rd time already today. Camden Johnson's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. He has scored 2 of the 8 Oklahoma runs today. And he is 5 out of 10 on the weekend. Hits this one well toward left center field. Dewar, the left fielder, won't reach it. Neither will the center fielder, Sorrell. A 3 for 3 day in 3 innings already for Camden Johnson, as he hits a double into the alley in left center. No matter what the wind is doing, that's a double all day.
Absolutely. He's on pace to go 9 for 9. Let's take another look at this one. Sees the bottom of the baseball with Sorrell in center shaded towards right. Gets this one to lay down for him for the 2-out double.
3 for 3 for Camden Johnson. I'll tell you this, if the wind's not blowing and that gets into the gap, that could be interesting. He hit an inside the park home run a couple of weeks ago.
Especially the bounces we're getting off the new fence out here in the outfield. It's hard to judge. You'll see some guys kind of pull up sooner than they normally would on a padded fence all the way around, but the chain link gives you some peculiar bounces.
1-0 pitch coming to Brock, who's 1 for 2 with a run scored today. So the first time that Lyons has come in out of the bullpen, he is a very heavily relied upon arm out of the bullpen for the Aggies. almost like they kind of saved him just in case you get a situation where you may need some long relief, because he has a arm that bounces back easily with that kind of three-quarter sidearm delivery that he has. It's almost even below three-quarter. I'd say sidearm. How about you, Blake?
Yeah, I think so. Kind of gets it down. Got the fastball that runs away from lefties into right-hander bats. It's a motion that's repeatable, and it's a little bit easier on the arm.
There goes Camden Johnson to third. He slides past the bag, and on that play, Partita came up showing the umpire the baseball. He didn't see that Camden Johnson had slid past the bag. Had he seen it, he might have been able to tag him.
Absolutely right. Coming in hard to third base, you'll see the hook slide. This turf gets fast really quick. You see him almost 6 foot off the bag. Nice job.
Well, maybe not. He wasn't too far away from the bag, but.
Well, he's what, 5'10"?
Ooh, did he get him on the back foot there?
I don't know.
That one handcuffs Brock. It's a strikeout out of the bullpen for Lions, and the inning is over. But Oklahoma gets a 2-run home run from Trey Gamble. Sooners once again lead by 4 as we head to the starting pitchers have exited this game through 3 innings today. It's the shortest outing of the year for both of the starters today. Cord Rager goes 3 innings for Oklahoma, gives 5 hits and 4 runs, and he gives way to Jackson Cleveland, senior right-hander, transfer from first North Central Texas College, then Lamar, and then last year the University of Miami.
Yeah, I think an arm that this Oklahoma staff really likes, kind of in that closer conversation early in the year. 8 strikeouts to 3 walks in 8 innings. I think it's a guy that Skip Johnson really wants to get some confidence out of, see if it can be an arm late for him later in the year.
And he has been that. He's got 3 saves. He had 3 saves in 4 games for Skip Johnson and the Sooners. Last year he was at Miami. Didn't pitch all that much, only 24 innings. And he'll go to work here against Bear Harrison, who started the 3rd with a double and leads off again here in the 4th. And he gets hit by pitch. He is the 2nd Aggie hitter hit by pitch today. And now can A&M restart the offense? Boston Kellner singled and scored back in the 3rd.
Back-to-back innings with the first guy on. Helps a lot when trying to score runs early in the inning.
Downstairs from Jackson Cleveland. Kellner's got 2 hits on the weekend, 4 runs scored. This one shot out into right field. It hangs up, and it's chased down by Brendan Brock. Nothing is a certain thing until the umpire says, you're out on these balls into the outfield today.
You need some P's and T's for every outfielder today. This ball's on the line, but dragging him towards the right field line. Nice job keeping his head still, making that play.
Back to first goes Harrison. 1 down and back to the top of the order for Terrence Keel. Keel is 1 for 2. Singled and scored in the 3rd. Struck out looking against Cord Rager to start the ball game. And 2-0. Oklahoma used 4 pitchers out of the bullpen on Friday, 5 out of the bullpen yesterday. Could be 2. Ground ball to Branch. Over to Willits for 1, but Keel beats the rap at first base.
So fast, man. He always gives you a hard 90 out of the box, too. Just a guy that plays the game hard, and Keel keeps this inning alive, beating out the fielder's choice.
So Harrison retired at 2nd. Keel is the runner at first, and here is Hakopian, 0 for 2 today. 4 out of 9 in the weekend series is Chris Hakopian. Oklahoma shifts over toward the third base side with 3 infielders over there. Chopper toward the left side of the infield. Camden Johnson, the third baseman, couldn't pick it cleanly, and Hakopian will be safe at first.
It's being an interesting one to score. Air goes up quick. It's kind of a high hop, then stays down on the second one. One big one, 2, and then stays down. Couldn't get that glove down far enough. Camden Johnson upset, wants that one back.
So that will be scored the first Oklahoma error of the ball game, and it extends the proceedings for Sorrell. Sorrell had a base hit in the third, drove in a run, got an RBI chance here. One and one now to Caden Sorrell. Runners are aboard on a hit by pitch and an error. Sorrell homered yesterday, his 9th. Average has dropped down to 369. And a good breaking pitch there from Cleveland to make it 1-2. That's a base hit. He beats the shift, hits it through the left side. Around third base and headed toward the plate is Keel, and the Aggies get a run. Second hit of the day for Caden Sorrell. He's driven in 2 runs, and it is 8-5 Oklahoma now.
The shift has been beaten a lot this week. Sorrell doing a nice job taking that pitch away where it's pitched, shooting it through the empty 6-hole. Kind of like a goal on the empty net, Chad.
Yeah, that's the way it feels sometimes. RBI single by Sorrell. And an 8-5 game. Inning continues, first and second now, and Wesley Jordan is the potential tying run at the plate. He had a 3-run home run yesterday. Slices this one foul down the right field line. Jordan scored a run back in the third after being safe on a fielder's choice play. He's also fly to right in this one.
Powerful guy.
Been out with injury, groin injury that sidelined him a good deal of the season. He's only played now 9 games. He was at Baylor last 2 years in fact, and before that was at Navarro Junior College. Got rung up, held up on the swing, and he's down 0-2.
I like that in his approach. He's always ready to hit. Seen him do that multiple times this week on a fastball in. The trigger's always yes until it's not, and he holds it up well. Really good control of the bat.
Strike 3 on a curveball there from Cleveland. And the inning is over. Aggies get a run on a hit and an error and leave a couple of men out there. 8-5 Sooners headed to the bottom of the 4th. Control press box out of the 45-mile-per-hour north winds. And a lot of scoring, as you might expect when the winds are blowing. 8-5 Oklahoma headed to the bottom of the 4th inning. It hasn't deterred the fans. Had over 5,000 each of the first 2 days. A little lighter crowd so far today.
Can't blame him. It's cold out there, man.
Yeah, we've got some of the players even starting to wear some of the hoods that cover your ears out there, around the necks as well. Not Jackson Willits. Short sleeves, ready to hit, as he has. He's not been retired yet this weekend. 3 for 3 on Friday. Had to sit yesterday. 2 for 2 today.
Yeah, he's planning on going moving some hay bales later on Dad's ranch.
balls and a strike. This one lifted foul and out of play up onto the SEC logo that adorns the hill on the third base side. Got the SEC spray painted into the hill on both sides. Nice little touch.
Take some artistic work plus some athleticism. That's a 45-degree angle you're sitting on the berm.
Yeah. It's a little more difficult than just painting the end zone over at the stadium as Willits gets rung up. First time he's been retired this weekend. And the last two batters that Lyons has faced, he has struck out looking.
See where this one ends up. It's a fastball that kind of freezes him. Yeah, catches the backside of that plate.
One away, and here's Dayton LaChance. LaChance walked in the second. Lined out to Kellner, the shortstop, his last time up. It's this one back to the mound, backhanded by Lyons. 2 gone. At this point, Blake, it's just who out of which bullpen can stabilize things.
Right, stop the bleeding, just throw strikes and get outs. You thought it'd be a low-scoring affair today, but 13 runs in 4 innings is crazy.
That is the kind of weekend it has been. Oklahoma's hit 5 home runs this weekend. Texas A&M has hit 4. Alec Blair hit one of the 5 Sooner home runs yesterday. This one is in the air to shallow left. Long venture in by Dewar. A long venture out by the third baseman Partita. And Blair's going to get a dunked-in single with 2 outs in the 4th. That's his 4th hit of the weekend.
Second one we've seen for both teams. Just a little dying Quail. Take it. Tough play for the left fielder to come all the way in on. Kind of hoping Partita can get there, use his range. Gives effort but can't make the play.
Now we have, it is Hakopian's hat blew all the way out into right field, and Keel had to pick it up and bring it into him. That is the delay here. Dayton Taki will stand in for the Sooners with Alec Blair over at first and 2 gone. Taki has walked twice and scored twice today. First appearance of the series for Dayton Taki. And 1-1 to him now. Not necessarily overpowering stuff from Lyons. He's the kind of guy Michael Early said you can pitch him in the midweek and bring him back to pitch on the weekends. That unique delivery. He said, I told him he looks like Walter Johnson. And then he went, do kids know who Walter Johnson is? Or was, I should say.
I had to use the brain a little bit, I remember.
Big Train,
yeah.
They called him.
Always like a repeatable guy, confident dude, controls the zone. As a hitter with the sidearm action, that fastball tails away from you as a lefty. You got to see the bottom half of the baseball.
1-2 to Taki. A little low and in. The Aggies have done this a couple of times in this series. They shift the shift. So, as of now, you've got Hakopian, who is out there in shallow right field, and they've changed who else is over there. They, at one point, had Kellner, the shortstop, over on that side, and now they've got Partita, the third baseman. That's the second time that we've seen a ball thrown away on a pickoff attempt today. It advances Alec Blair to second base.
That's another long, wide throw left. Blair easy to second base. Thought he might have had a chance to get to third on that one. Tough to find the ball and use your instincts.
And now the shift is off with a 2-2 count on Taki and a man in scoring position. It's going to be a subtle thing, but these have been some good at-bats for Dayton Taki today.
Yeah, absolutely right. kind of labeled as a free swinger. He's kind of put that to bed today. Worked a couple full counts, 2 walks on the day already.
There's strike 3 called. Lyons came back to get him. 3 strikeouts for Lyons now. And he leaves a man on base. 8-5 Oklahoma headed to the 5th inning in the rubber game between the Sooners and Aggies at Kimry Family Stadium in Norman.
And we'll see doing it again. That's another fastball. Kind of stays inside and runs back over the plate. Strike 3, getting talky.
Money on here, Blake.
You talk about it being tough for pitchers. I don't know if I can move that horse today with blowing 45 from the north.
I think the horse on the left's got a bad horseshoe on there.
We gotta get some air in that thing.
Yeah.
Putting it at a disadvantage.
That's not fair. Don't want to re-race. Opening weekend in the SEC, Georgia takes the rubber game from Tennessee, 8-7 the final there. A sweep for 21st-ranked Kentucky as they take down the Tide. They're playing a rubber game, as we talked about, down in Austin, 8-2 Longhorns. After Ole Miss handed Texas its first loss of the year back on Friday. And LSU trying to salvage a game against the Commodores. They're taking out some frustrations, it looks like, up 6-0 already, top of the 2nd inning. Our score 8-5 Oklahoma, top of the 5th inning. Gavin Grohovac takes a strike from the 2nd Oklahoma pitcher of the day, Jackson Cleveland. Bouncing ball down to knock it down is Taki, but he can't come up with it. Grohovac reaches for the 3rd time today.
Yeah, this is what Grohovac does so well. Goes the other way. This ball's sharply hit. Taki able to corral it. Kind of heels him off the pad of the glove. Easy chance at first base, just couldn't make it.
Base hit there for Grohovac. So he's been hit by a pitch, he's walked, and now he's singled. 3rd straight inning where the Aggies have had the leadoff hitter aboard. And Jake Dewar will be the batter. He's 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a base hit today. Dewar had a big base hit. 2-run single in the top of the 3rd, in fact. After that one, but comes up empty. How about the stuff for Jackson Cleveland? Blake, what's his variety? What's his mix?
Yeah, it's a fastball up to 92 with a really good breaking ball. Can mix the changeup into lefties. I think we'll see it in this at-bat against Dewar 0-2.
And there is the 0-2. Skip Johnson was asked after Cleveland picked up 3 saves, is this guy your closer? And Skip doesn't necessarily commit to a one-guy closer type situation. Oklahoma has a couple of others. Jason Bowden, who certainly fits that bill. And then for a left-hander, you got Gavin Jones, who throws like 98 and could come in and shut it down.
You kind of whole staff it, right? Whoever the hot hand is, you know, you got a guy down, and you don't want to kind of keyhole yourself in that closer position. Just play it by matchups as well.
2-2 is swung on and foul-tipped, I believe, into the glove. I think Dewar got a piece of it. It won't matter. LaChance was able to squeeze it for the first out. Here is Nico Partita. He has struck out twice today. 2 for 11 on the weekend is Partita.
That good breaking ball at 81 to get me over, get ahead in the count, 0-1. It's a pitch he feels confident with, can throw any count.
And back with a fastball that hits the inside edge. 0-2, Jackson Cleveland out in front of Partita. The bottom third of the order for the Aggies, they've done a really good job at reaching base. Coming into this game, 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup. In the first 2 games, they had drawn 10 walks down there in the bottom third. keep innings alive. And today you've got Harrison, who's been on base twice as that pitch is fouled off. But they have continuously rolled the lineup over for A&M to keep swinging.
Yeah, Kellner doing a nice job in the 9-hole too. Got a line out and a single today. Had some pop yesterday and a big home run. There are no gaps.
That one skims the glove of LaChance. Back to the back screen it goes. Grahovac moves to second base.
Get a look at this one, a fastball that just never had a chance of sniffing the zone. Kind of maybe slipped out of his hand. It's a tough one for the catcher to grab. Expecting it at the letters. It's over the umpire's head.
1-2 breaking pitch for a called strike 3.
Someone call that hitting the bull, Chad. Setting it up. Big over-the-top breaker. Changing the eye level. Gets the top of the zone with that one. Good pitch.
Is that what that was? You spray one back to the back screen and you come back with one that starts up top and then cuts across the heart of the plate?
When you speak of me, speak well.
There's Bear Harrison. A double and a hit by pitch for him. A run scored in this one. And got a piece of that one for a foul ball. There's a fastball. That called a ball.
I don't know.
So Cleveland has a look out at Grahovac and then hits Bear Harrison with that one. Second time Harrison's been hit by pitch today. And he's been on base 3 times. Double, hit by pitch, hit by pitch.
That's what you like out of your 8-hole, just trying to turn that lineup over. Harrison having a nice day at the plate. It's been pretty easy for him. He's had to make one swing.
So with 2 outs, here's Kellner, who, as you said, has done a good job of turning the lineup over this weekend for the Aggies. But that includes a base hit with a run scored back in the 3rd. In the air towards center. Walk will not be able to get there. Around third comes Grahovac. He'll score. The throw goes to third, and Camden Johnson puts the tag on Harrison. But they say Harrison got to the bag safely, and Oklahoma wants a review. It's an RBI base hit for Kellner. It would be out number 3 at third base if the call's overturned.
Good job by Jason Walk getting it in there. The ball beats him. See if we're going to look at the tag. Maybe he got around it. Looks like he got him on the right heel. Be a telling one here. I think he got him.
So the Sooners are asking for the centralized review there at third base. We'll see if Hawkeye gives us a different view at some point. Closer. The question is, did the foot hit the bag before the tag was applied to the back foot? Remember, the original call was safe at third base.
Very close. Looks like he ends up getting it on the right calf. Yeah, I've got no contact there. Acquiring the bag.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to wind up being safe.
I think you're right.
It's a run home as Kellner scores. And SEC Central Review having a tough time with this one. We have not seen a look that would tell you for sure that the call should be overturned.
Yeah, maybe looking for something on the pant leg on the left side. Seems like he comes straight down with it. I don't even know if he even touches him, to be honest with you.
Bear Harrison for now safe at third.
And when he slides in, that right foot stays up in the air.
The run crossed the plate before any play was made at third, regardless. And we have a decision. The call will stand. Oklahoma loses a challenge. Safe at third is Harrison. And the Aggies have the tying run aboard for the top of the order, Keel. Sooners want to talk it over here. Terrence Keel has scored a couple of times, had a base hit back in the third. Runners are at first and third. Just no clean innings either way. Base traffic here and there. And when base traffic is left out there, runs continue to pile up, Blake.
Right, including with errors, couple free passes, hit by pitch, walks, stuff like that. It's hard to get a clean inning out of any arm. Both sides.
Keel scored in the third and again in the fourth. 8-6 Oklahoma. Sooners once led 6-2. They led 4-0, 6-2, and 8-4. Aggies continue to answer. Cleveland's had to wait a little bit with the review. And his first pitch misses low and away. Keel batting for the fourth time in 5 innings. And he slashes another one foul. Keel, you think back to that fourth inning when he beat out a potential double play at first base, and then he came in to score. Inning was extended, would have been the third out on the double play, but the inning was extended with his speed, and he came in to score. 1-2 the count.
Just speaks to a guy that plays the game hard. He gets rewarded. Get hard 90s, you're running everything out, just trying to give everybody here a show. He does just that, ends up getting paid off.
Jackson Cleveland, second pitcher of the day for the Sooners. He's about to throw his 34th pitch already. Important pitch here for both sides. Base hit. It hits the runner, though, and he's out. That was going to, at the least, make it a one-run game. Keel smoked that ball, but he hit it so hard, Kellner could not get out of the way. And he is out. A runner hit by a batted ball.
This is just bad luck here. Ball smoked. Kellner has nothing to do. He's already off on the pitch. Got to try to get your head inside there. That scores a run.
Weekend that has seen a little bit of everything, has seen a little more here. We just had a base runner hit by a line drive. A batted ball out on a ball that was smoked would have at the very least made it a one-run game here in Norman. It is 8-6 Oklahoma. We're at the halfway mark. And we are nowhere near deciding who's going to win this after they split the first 2 games.
You asked me how long I'd seen that during the break. I actually hit a teammate, Kyle Tyler, played here when we were in Little League. Smoked him right in the thigh, had the biggest bruise ever.
I bet. That ball was smoked by Terrence Keel. So Oklahoma back to the bats. They maintain a 2-run lead. Kyle Branch is the batter. Gavin Lyons back to it. 0-1.
Lyons not overpowering but effective. That three-quarter slot giving the Sooners trouble. Scored in the first 3 innings and threw up a 0 in the 4th.
Partita cleanly up and over to first for the first out here in the 5th inning.
We talk about scoring, Chad. How do you score that?
The batted ball?
Yes.
I scored an out.
Just out.
It's an out. You feel bad for, in particular, Keel,
right,
because he's got a base hit on the play, but he's out, or the runner is out, hit by the line drive.
No, so like on your scorecard.
Oh, yeah. He's out on a fielder's choice,
okay,
technically, is what it is. Here's Walk in a hole 0-2. And that was a close pitch there from Lyons. Walk is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a sacrifice today. Keeps the at-bat alive. It's an inning and 2/3 for Lyons out of the bullpen. He's given 2 hits, no runs with 3 strikeouts and no walks. Sims, who started, gave 4 walks today and was hit for 8 runs, 6 of them earned. Pulled to the right side, a base hit for Jason Walk. His first hit of the ball game, 3rd of the series. And it rolls the lineup over for Trey Gamble.
Yeah, Copian shaded towards the middle. Little hook barrel through the 4-hole. Box it up. He'll take a dozen.
Gamble homered, a 2-run shot back in the 3rd. He's driven in 3 runs today. Also walked and scored in the 1st. Trey Gamble with a 4-hit weekend, 2 doubles and a home run. Hits this one deep to right field, but I think the wind is going to send this one well foul. It will. Home run on a normal day, Blake?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe backed up a little bit. That ball started at the foul pole, so you'd had to get true backspin. No chance today.
There goes Walk and a bunt. 1-2 the count. Walk will go back to first.
Really good idea from Gamble there. 1-1 count, little action, little steal and bunt. Walk able to go first to third if that ball lands fair.
They shift over to the first base side. And now throw over to try to keep Walk a little closer. There goes Walk again and pulled foul. Aggies have this shift on. They pull the third baseman Partita over to the first base side and leave the shortstop Kellner in his spot. That outfield defense, Blake, you've talked about it. Just look at that. The right fielder, Keel, is, I'd say he's 12, 15 feet shy of the warning track. And then Sorrell is way in center.
Almost on the skirt of the infield, man. Ball
2 to Gamble.
He's shaded over to right field to help Keel out and right. Kind of leaves that left center gap open. We saw Camden Johnson take advantage of that earlier.
Trey Gamble riding a .557 on-base percentage this year. Swings through that one. Changed him up. And Gamble is out on strikes.
It's a good sequence by Lyons here. Goes the changeup. Spots it up. Right over the heart of the plate. Gamble timed up to the fastball. Swings through that.
That's 4 strikeouts for Lyons out of the bullpen today. And here's Camden Johnson, who's got a 3-hit day. 2 singles and a double for Camden Johnson today. He's got 6 hits this weekend, 6 out of 11.
Look for action early with Jason Walk at first base, trying to get to second base with 2 outs in the inning.
Not on that pitch, a strike. Walk is 8 for 10 in the stolen base department. There he goes. 0-1 is outside. It's a good pitch to throw, but they won't get Walk.
Well timed by Walk, giving Camden Johnson the first pitch, then gets an off-speed pitch on the 0-1, change up on the outside corner. Harrison, no chance making this play.
So Walk is 8 of 9 now, and the Sooners have a man in scoring position for a guy who's got 3 hits today already. Just missed that one.
60 stolen bases on the year, 4th in Division I. It's what these guys do. They just try to push the envelope on the base pass, manufacture runs.
And Johnson goes after one, comes up empty. Back-to-back strikeouts to end it for Gavin Lyons, who has struck out 5 out of the bullpen for the Aggies. We go to the 6th with Oklahoma leading 8-6. In Norman for the homestanding Oklahoma Sooners, 8 runs, 10 hits, 1 error, 6 men left on the bases. And for the visiting Aggies of Texas A&M, 6 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors. They have left 7. And we move to the 6th inning. There's Jackson Cleveland back out there. As we talked about, who will be that stabilizer out of the bullpen? Cleveland has given up a run since he came on, relieving Cord Rager.
Got an update on the scoring from Terrence Keel a couple innings ago, striking that runner at first base, Boston Kellner. It goes as a hit to Keel and then a 4U.
Fielder's choice.
Fielder's choice.
On the 3rd out. So Keel's got his 2nd hit of the game with that. The ball was blistered. 1-1 is the count here to Hakopian. Hakopian is 0 for 3. Was safe on an error, though, back in the 4th inning. Oklahoma has the shift on, and the bullpen getting hot again. Two-one pitch. Pulled toward 3rd, but foul. And the count is full on Hakopian. 4 hits this weekend for Chris Hakopian. And another foul ball. Hakopian transferred from Maryland, where he was 2nd team All-Big Ten last year. Been battling a sore back and only played now 5 games this year. They got him back for the Friday night game this weekend. He's been a big difference maker, as you would expect.
Yeah, bats like this, right, where he just keeps fouling balls off, 3-2. He's got some pop, really long swing, but he stays connected through it. So when he connects, it goes a long way.
37 pitches, making 42 pitches thrown by Jackson Cleveland out of the bullpen. Hit right into the heart of the shift. That's Kyle Branch, the second baseman, with the putout.
The shift works, it works. 2 strikes on Hakopian, pull side with 2 strikes. Good job by Kyle Branch, making a throw he's not normally used to from that shortstop position.
We've had only 1, 2, 3 half inning all day in this game. It was the top of the first inning when Oklahoma's Cord Rager struck out the side. Other than that, at least one guy on base in every half inning. Oklahoma leads at 8-6. Caden Sorrell takes a strike. He has 2 hits and 2 runs driven in. Comes up empty on the 0-1. Sorrell not chasing it there. Wind just affecting everyone. You know, you think about it, Blake, this is an all-turf surface. If you had any dirt out there, what might today look like?
A lot of guys going to glasses instead of contacts in my mind.
A lot of timeouts called, all those sorts of things. This one is lifted into shallow right field, right center. Sliding in to make the play comes Brock. He had to go a long way for that ball, even though he was shallow. 2 down.
Yeah, shaded towards the line for a left-handed hitter. You can kind of see him in line with the bullpen. The ball starts dead away center field. You got to get on the ground to make sure his head stays still, makes the play for the second out.
And he's not played a lot out there. Only a couple of starts in right field this year. Versatile guy, catching, playing first base, DHing, and playing in the outfield. That will help you stay in the lineup. Oh, and when you hit homers in back-to-back days and you're a catcher who hits triples, you will also stay in the lineup.
Absolutely. Kind of helps him in the draft, right? Quick, athletic for a catcher. You know, could play left or right field in the bigs. Just can put him anywhere.
Wesley Jordan's 0 for 3 today. Bases empty, 2 gone in the top of the 6th. Cleveland back with a strike. Jackson Cleveland so far out of the bullpen for the Sooners. 2 2/3 innings. Run. Struck out 3. Walked no. Scattered 4 hits. 2-2 the count on the cleanup man, Wesley Jordan. Texas A&M in Norman for the first time since 2011. All-time series tied at 35 and 14-14 in Norman. So this is a tie-breaking game in multiple ways. Rubber game of the series. Somebody takes the advantage in the all-time series as well. It stays 2-2 on Wesley Jordan.
Yeah, so happy to get these two back together playing again. So many good rivalries back in the Big 12 days. Just getting a new scenery around the SEC.
Strike 3 called. Jackson Cleveland records a 1-2-3 inning. Only the second 1-2-3 inning for either side all day. 8-6 Oklahoma headed to the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, it's going to be a breaking ball down and away. Spots it up. Raises it.
Off and running, bottom of the 6th inning at Kimry Family Stadium in Norman. Oklahoma leading from the get-go. Sooners got a run that scored on a throwing error in the first. An RBI base hit by Jackson Willits as well, had a 2-0 lead. Willits then had a 2-run double to advance the lead to 6-0 in the bottom of the second. Aggies started to chip away in the third, including a 2-run single by Dewar. Here's the 2-0 pitch, shot through the right side by Brendan Brock. His second hit of the day, his 5th in the series.
Again, Hakopian shaded towards the middle. It's a good piece of hitting straight through the 4-hole. Hakopian playing normal, that's right at him.
So A&M got back within 6-4 in the top of the third. Then Trey Gamble hit a 2-run home run. Again, 8-4. Aggies have got a single run in the fourth to get back within 2. But the Sooners have the leadoff man aboard here for Jackson Willits. And on the first pitch, Brendan Brock is off and stealing second base. Man, when you've got catchers that can run like that, Brendan Brock's 11 of 12 on the stolen base category.
Yeah, it's just a good jump, a high throw from Harrison behind the plate. It's what the Sooners do, just create havoc, cause chaos.
Willits rifles one foul and out of play. That's 3 stolen bases for Oklahoma today. They've swiped 62 on the year. Lyons 0-2 misses away. Lyons has been good out of the bullpen for the Aggies so far. Shortest outing of the year for the starter Aiden Sims today. Lyons has pitched 2 1/3. He's given 4 hits, and he's gotten strikeouts when he has needed them. 5 punch-outs.
Yeah, he's doing a good job keeping the Sooner hitters off balance.
Willits with a ground ball to the shortstop Kellner. Low throw, but it is dug out over there in the turf by Grahovac. And so Willits is retired. Down to third goes Brock.
Situational hitting right there, Chad. Hitting behind the runner, advance him to third with less than 2 outs. Give your 4-hole a chance to drive in a run. 5-hole, excuse me.
And that's what Chance will try to do. Infield is in. Aggies don't want to fall any further behind. And the base hit's a little easier target here for LaChance. First pitch is low. LaChance is 0 for 2 today. Did walk back in the second. 2 for 11 on the weekend. One and one the count. We have a few fans who have left us. It's understandable. It is it's a bit brisk out there. North wind. I'm not going to tell you that it's died down any, but I don't think we have quite the number of gusts that we had.
Yeah, it's staying more consistent. Flagpole's not at a 45-degree angle anymore, at least.
The 1-1, LaChance drives this one foul. Whacks it out toward the former Oklahoma bullpen, which actually got utilized again. They have moved away from the old bullpen, which you could not see in the past. But yesterday, there was sun in the new bullpen in left field, so the Sooners went to a warming up where we could not see them in the old bullpen. There's the new. The old you can't see. It is, yeah, a little further to the left. So somebody came out of the bullpen. We didn't know that he was warming up yesterday. This one kind of golfed into the former visiting bullpen.
Yeah, I saw it yesterday. Thought the bullpen was just trying to change some voodoo, just get a different look out there. Pitchers do things like that, but it ended up being like a hazard thing. Sun's in the eyes of the bullpen. Catchers just trying to keep everybody safe.
A ball and 2 strikes on Dayton LaChance. Oklahoma looking to pick up some insurance in the last of the 6th. It'll stay at 1-2. I wonder how much longer these two effective arms out of the bullpen will be able to go. Gavin Lyons' pitch count getting up near 50, but it's the first time he's pitched this weekend. That's the case for Jackson Cleveland of Oklahoma as well.
Yeah, Lyons getting through that second time through the lineup. Sooner hitters timing everything up. Seems like LaChance has been on the fastball and the breaking ball this at bat.
We'll do it all over again on the 1-2.
That foul ball counts up to 50 now.
Man, we're out of baseball. Somebody's going to have to run to Dick's Sporting Goods.
Get the stamp on there real quick. Got an SEC stamp.
Just missed outside. Pretty good take there from Dayton LaChance.
Yeah, he's been in swing mode. That's a tough pitch to take. Fastball extended out. Getting this count to 2-2. Seeing the ball really well.
Lifts one to right, Keel. Back toward the corner. He'll make the catch, but Dayton LaChance does his job. Brendan Brock tags and scores, and Oklahoma gets an insurance run. Sooners lead at 9-6 now.
22 RBIs on the year now for LaChance. That's just a professional at bat right there. 10-plus pitches, fouling everything off, and then just kind of throws the hands at one to elevate it to right field.
9-6 Sooners, bottom of the sixth. And we might have a pitching change here. Texas A&M head coach Michael Early is out as Alec Blair is set to stand in for the Sooners, and we will have a move to the bullpen. So solid job out of the pen for Gavin Lyons, but his day is done. And the new A&M pitcher will be Hunter Vincent when we return. A&M 9-5 Saturday, and the Sooners lead this rubber match. 9-6 our score. Bottom of the sixth inning. And the Aggies are going to the bullpen for the second time. We will see Hunter Vincent come in. Hunter Vincent also hopped into the game on Friday night. He went an inning and a third, and he was good. Didn't allow a hit, struck out two, and didn't walk anybody.
Yeah, on the year, got a no decision, 0-0 record, 8.10 ERA, 3 1/3 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts to 1 walk. That's what the Aggies do great. They're in the zone. Just fill it up.
Oklahoma's going to pinch hit here with Drew Dickerson, right-handed hitter against the lefty Hunter Vincent. Alec Blair, left-handed batter, had been in this spot. So the Aggies go lefty on the mound. The Sooners go righty at the plate. Dickerson, the sophomore, 6'4", 210, out of Lee's Summit, Missouri. Was 0 for 3 in Friday's game. And 0-2 fastball at 92 miles an hour as Vincent tries to get the final out. Sooners have gotten a run, a base hit by Brendan Brock. He stole second, went to third on a ground out, and scored on a sacrifice fly to give Oklahoma this 9-6 lead. Dickerson went around, strikes out on 3 pitches. So Vincent does the job for the Aggies, holds things as they are. And they are 9-6 Oklahoma headed to the 7th inning. A very windy day here in Norman, Oklahoma. Hope everybody is safe. Some wildfires in central Oklahoma today. And here's a look at what we've got. 9 runs, 11 hits, and an error for Oklahoma. They have left 6 men stranded. Texas A&M 6 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors, 7 men left. Aggies have issued 4 walks in this game. The Sooners have only issued 1 walk, and that'll certainly please Skip Johnson. His pitchers have struck out 10 and walked only 1. That is more like the Oklahoma pitching staff that we have seen. This ball is hammered down the left field corner by Grahelvac. It bounces off the wall, picked up out there by Trey Gamble. but it's a double to start for Grahovac, who's been on base 4 times today. Hit by pitch, walk, single, and now a leadoff double in the 7th.
Just a really good swing here, having a day. Gets moved down in the bottom of the lineup. Little hook barrel for a double. Keep it out of the wind. Call that turn the club face down, Chad.
Grahovac with his 8th double. And that brings in Dewar. Two-run single for Dewar. That happened back in the 3rd. At the time, it made it a 6-4 game. Cleveland misses downstairs with that one. Jackson Cleveland 3 innings so far in relief of the starter Cord Rager, who also went 3. Cleveland has given 2 runs, 1 earned, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. Pretty good pitch there for a strike.
Yeah, the breaking ball's more over the top. He's got a slider at 83. Giving batters a different look.
Just got a piece of that one. Aggies have 10 hits now. Sooners have 11. 3 Texas A&M errors, 2 of them on pickoff plays at first base today. Trying to figure out what this delay is about here, Blake.
I think Early was chirping at the first base umpire. I want to say it's a pitch clock discussion.
Count will stay 1-2 on Dewar. 3 runs batted in the series for Jake Dewar. Lifted into straightaway center field. Walk has to come sliding in with the wind wreaking havoc with it. And Walk's able to dive in and make the catch.
Really good read on this one. You see him come straight in on that ball. Times it up, keeps his head still, makes the play. First out of the inning, big one.
It's so tough when you hit the ground, as you said, and your head gets jostled to make sure that you steadily hang on to it. That's 1 away, and Skip Johnson's going to make a pitching change with a man at second base and 1 gone in the 7th inning. He will turn to his 3rd pitcher of the day. Oklahoma trying to hold the Aggies where they are, and to try to do so is going to be Caden Leon, who's been good, effective out of the pen. He'll take his turn when we return. For Oklahoma, it is right-hander Caden Leon who comes out of Skip Johnson's bullpen. Cord Rager started. The freshman went 3 innings. Jackson Cleveland went 3 1/3. And now it is Caden Leon, a sophomore out of Austin, Texas, who's been good. He came in from McLennan Community College after last season.
Has yet to give a run up on the year 1-0 record. Saw him Friday night, 2/3 of an inning, gave up a hit, a walk, a strikeout. Clean.
That has been it. Caden Leon. Skip Johnson's been real pleased his ability to throw 3 pitches for strikes. And with Gavin Grahovac out at second base and 1 away, here's Nico Partita, the 3rd baseman. Over 3 with 3 strikeouts today is Partita. Bouncing ball to the second baseman, Branch. 2 down. Down to third is going to go Grahovac. Leon retires his first batter, and he'll work to Bear Harrison, who has not been retired today. Doubled in the third and has been hit by pitch twice. Run scored for Bear Harrison today. Oklahoma leading 9-6.
It's another big at-bat for the Aggies right here. Get a 2-out knock to cut the lead to 2.
That one squirts away from the catcher, LaChance. Coming home and sliding in safely with it is Grahovac. And it's a 9-7 game.
Aggies get it the easy way. LaChance a little lackadaisical behind the plate. Try to gloves that fastball that's kind of spiked. Plenty of time for Grahovac to get in there. Jars that ball loose either way.
So a 2-run game once again. Bases are clear with the 1-0 count. So Grahovac's been on base 4 times and scored twice now. Leon deals a strike, unfazed. There's 2 guys down in the bottom. We talked about the bottom third of the lineup this weekend for A&M, but Harrison and Kellner today have been on base 5 times in 6 plate appearances. Harrison swings through that one.
Yeah, Michael Early's got to be pleased with the bottom half of this lineup. Keeping it rolled over. Keeping his team in this game on the rubber match.
He checked his swing. Yes, he did. They appeal down to first base, and Jordan Farrell says no swing, so the count rolls to 2-2 on Bear Harrison. Caden Leon. Threw it past him. Strike 3. Leon comes on and gets 2 outs, but the Aggies get another run. Texas A&M back within 2 as we hit the 7th inning stretch in the rubber game at Kimry Family Stadium. Shirt toss of the 7th inning stretch. Welcome back into Kimry Family Stadium in Norman. There they go. Hey, I'm wide open. Hit me.
John Mateer out here throwing the go route.
John Mateer was actually over at Pro Day the other day, throwing to some of his now former teammates. Except for spring football on both these campuses. Oklahoma bringing back the spring game this year. Alongside former Sooner Blake Brewster, I'm Chad McKee. Pinch hitter looks like coming to the plate here. Gerardo Prado for the Sooners. He bats for Dayton Taki, who had walked twice and scored twice.
This guy's a fun at bat to watch. He's animated, lives and dies by every pitch. Gives you really good at bat.
Hunter Vincent. The Aggies. And 0-2 here to Gerardo Prado. Pinch hitting, such a difficult job. I know you did it a good deal during your college career.
Right, coming off cold, especially a day like this where it's tough to hit, especially for a righty. Got to find a way to make contact, give a good at bat.
Comes up empty, though, on 3 pitches. So Vincent's come in and struck out the first 2 batters that he has faced.
Yeah, fastball to start, and then go to spike curveball. Really good location right at the knees. Prado swings right over the top of it.
And in his 2 appearances, it's now 2 full innings and 4 strikeouts this weekend for Vincent. Here's Kyle Branch, the Sooners' second baseman. Kyle had a base hit with a run scored in the second. 1 out of 3 today. A couple of hits on the weekend.
Can see why Vincent has success. He does a nice job hiding the baseball from the hitter. Keeps it behind his head. Doesn't give the hitter a chance to see it a long time. Mix it in a spike that looks like a fastball out of the hand and then drops off the table.
There's a fastball for a strike, and it's 2-1 on Kyle Branch. Texas A&M chips away as the Sooners pull away. They get the lead back out to 3 or 4. Aggies get a run. Just kind of been back and forth, but Oklahoma has led from the get-go. Sooners got a couple of runs. Willits delivered an RBI single in the first. Went up 4-0 on an RBI single by Cam Johnson. Then Willits a 2-run single. It was 6-0 Oklahoma. Aggies chipped away. They got a pair in the top of the third. Dewar with a 2-run single to make it 6-4 then. Trey Gamble in the bottom of the third launched a 2-run home run for Oklahoma. Sooners led 8-4. That was after 3 innings. We had 12 runs. But the Aggies chipped away. Sorrell an RBI single in the fourth. Kellner an RBI single in the fifth. Oklahoma got a sac fly from Dayton LaChance to make it 9-6 in the bottom of 6. Aggies just got a run on a pass ball that scored Grahovac in the top of 7. And the Sooners get another base runner here as Branch draws a 1-out walk in the 7th. First base runner allowed by Vincent. See if the bottom part of this Oklahoma lineup can spark something between Branch and now Walk. Walk bunting. Anytime he bunts, it's going to be tough. Picked up by Vincent. He's got no play.
Gotta like this from Jaywalk, man. Using his speed to put pressure on the defense. Not as good as the one yesterday, but it puts it down, making Vincent make the play. Always love getting a lefty to kind of fall off the mound and have to come and make that play at first base.
Second straight day that Jason Walk has had a bunt base hit. And Oklahoma now has had a hit in every inning today, at least one. And Trey Gamble bats for the 5th time. He homered in the 3rd. Drove in a run in the 2nd, walked and scored in the 1st. He's been right in the middle of this offense, up in the leadoff spot. So Branch a walk, then Walk a single. Oklahoma looking for some more insurance. One and one now to Trey Gamble. I think the wind has picked up again. That one came in and hit Gamble. Got him on the arm, and the bases are now loaded.
See where it gets him on here. I think it just clips his shirt. Yeah, that's a good one. We'll take that free 90 all day long. No bruise. Maybe a little tear in the sleeve, but you'll take it.
First Sooner hit by a pitch today. They have also drawn 5 walks, so 6 free base runners there. And now we're going to get Texas A&M pitching coach Jason Kelly making a stroll to the mound for at least a visit to Vincent, as the last 3 Sooner hitters have reached base. A walk, a single, and now a hit by pitch. Oh, that bunt base hit by Jason Walk. You would think a regular part of the repertoire would just make him so much more dangerous.
Yeah, it's kind of like a layup in basketball, right? Sometimes you got to see the ball go through the hoop. Now you know what contact feels like, and you just keep trying to swing it to get him back in a groove. He hit 9 home runs last year, so you know he's got the pop. It's just trying to get his approach back to where he likes to be.
So an opportunity to open it up again for the Sooners with Camden Johnson, who's got 3 hits on the day, ready to stand in the bottom of the 7th inning. And now Reggie Willits calls his hitter and his base runners over for a conversation. Oklahoma tried to take the rubber game. Sooners won Friday and the Aggies yesterday.
Got bases loaded here. Guy that handles the bat. Maybe look for a safety squeeze.
Interesting.
Runner on third base just trying to see ball angled down in the ground, then take off. Kind of can go anywhere with one out.
Only one other game is going in the SEC right now. LSU trying to salvage a game at Vanderbilt this weekend. They've lost the first two, and 6-2 LSU in the fifth. Everything else is a final. There you see the survey of things. Oklahoma with the bases loaded and one down, and a hit by pitch is going to score a run. Camden Johnson gets hit in the back-to-back hit batsman to go along with a single and a walk, and Oklahoma's lead is extended to 10-7. Cal Branch had the walk to start this uprising. And that's going to do it for Hunter Vincent. Out comes Michael Early. He will go to the bullpen. We will see the fourth A&M pitcher of the day, with Oklahoma extending the lead to 10-7 on a hit by pitch of Camden Johnson. We will reset and tell you more about Juan Vargas, the new pitcher, when we come back. Juan Vargas, he came on in the game on Friday night, gave up a couple of hits, 3 runs. And here he is for the second time this weekend. 1-0 record, good ERA of 2.61. And this is his 7th appearance.
That was the guy that the Sooners went back-to-back on, started the controversy Friday night. Comes in a base-loaded one-out situation here. See if he can get out of it.
He gave up back-to-back home runs to Brendan Brock and Jackson Willits, and guess who he's going to face here? Brendan Brock and Jackson Willits. Bases loaded, only one down. Oklahoma with a run on a bases-loaded hit by pitch. Brock, 2 more hits today, 5 on the weekend. And down in the count, 0-2 against Vargas. Juan Vargas out of Panama City, Panama, transferred from Tennessee Tech, where he spent 2 years. 0-2.
Three sliders in a row. Looked him to go back to it.
Went around. Strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning as Brendan Brock is retired.
Speeds him up. Gets the breaking ball above the zone. Gets a chase from Brendan Brock. Big out, number 2.
So now it's Willits. With the bases loaded, but 2 gone. 2 strikeouts in the inning. And that pitch bounces up there. Jason Walk ready to race home from third base. Bear Harrison able to block it, though. The 1-0 to the Sooners shortstop. And 2 balls, no strikes. Jackson Willits singled in the first, doubled in the second. He's driven in 3 runs today and 4 runs in the series. No place to put him here and a 3-0 count.
I think the take sign's back on. 3-0 count, bases loaded. 50-50 chance you get a run here.
And there's ball 4. Oklahoma gets another. It's 11-7. Willits draws the bases loaded walk. Jason Walk, who singled earlier in the inning, scores the second run here in the 7th.
Good at bat by Willits there, not pressing the issue, not chasing out of the zone. Gets to 3-0, takes the fastball down the middle.
The Oklahoma lead back to 4 at 11-7. Willits has driven in 4 runs today. It's now Gamble at third, Johnson at second, and Willits at first. And there's Dayton LaChance. LaChance drove in a run with a sacrifice fly in the 6th inning. He's walked, lined out, and grounded out also. 22 runs driven in. And 2-0 the count on LaChance. He's the 8th batter in the 7th for the Sooners. And now Harrison's going to call timeout. Try to help Vargas get back into the strike zone. 2 walks, 2 hit batsmen, and a base hit in the inning for Oklahoma. An 11-7 ball game. We've had 18 runs and 22 hits so far today. And LaChance whacks this one foul. Towering foul ball out of play.
You see that once in at bat from LaChance, gets his swing off, does it in a good time, gets an advantage count.
Oklahoma 3 for 11 today with runners in scoring position, but they've been good with 2 outs, 6 for 12. And there's ball 3. Activity out in the pen for Michael Early and the Aggies. Pulled to third, backhanded by Partita. He'll take it to the bag for the final out. Insurance, though, for Oklahoma. 2 runs on a hit. They leave the bases loaded and take an 11-7 lead with them to the 8th inning. Top of the 8th inning, the Sooners trying to win the rubber game of this series. They continue to get separating types of innings like the 2 runs they got there in the bottom of the 7th inning. And back out to the mound will go Caden Leon. He'll face 9-1-2 in the Texas A&M lineup.
Big inning for Caden Leon here. Got to find a way to put up a 0 after scoring 2 in the bottom half.
It's been tough against Boston Kellner. He is 2 out of 3. 2 singles and a run scored. Had a good week. Leon misses downstairs. Kellner, the freshman shortstop, 4 home runs, 17 driven in. Out of Chandler, Arizona. He has reached base safely in every game this year. 2 more hits today. That'll take it to 1-2. Caden Leon came in and got Partita and Harrison to close out the 7th. So begins his first full inning of work. 3rd Oklahoma pitcher of the day. Cord Rager, Jackson Cleveland, and now Caden Leon. Skip Johnson has talked about his bullpen and all of the talent there is out there. As deep as Oklahoma has been with arm talent, now it's just about game experience for a lot of these guys. Caden Leon's got that game experience. Two balls and 2 strikes here to Kellner.
To piggyback off that, Chad, you kind of see the difference in these 2 teams. A&M throwing a lot of the same guys you saw on Friday and this weekend. That bullpen in the Sooners is just deep, man. You've got several different guys you can go to in high leverage situations.
Yeah. Time called here by Dayton LaChance out for a visit. Both these teams do have midweek games before they hop back into league action next weekend. Sooners are going down to southeastern Louisiana for a game on Tuesday. And then they'll be in Baton Rouge to take on LSU over the weekend. Aggies head back to College Station for Texas State Tuesday before the Georgia Bulldogs roll into town. And there's a leadoff walk to the number 9 hitter.
Kellner continuing to have a good weekend. Works the walk right there.
It's only the second walk issued by Oklahoma pitching today. And it's back to the top for Terrence Keel II. He hit a missile back in the 5th inning that hit his teammate running down the line. Gets credit for a hit, but it's an out, and that stopped the inning. At the time, it would have made it a one-run game. That ball comes in and hits him. And so Caden Leon can't keep up the success. Walks a man, hits a man. And the Aggies get to the heart of their lineup with men on base.
Yeah, I think this clips Keel right in the helmet, bends down into it, just trying to get out of the way. Got a chance on the backside of that, too.
So back to the bullpen for Skip Johnson and the Sooners with 2 men aboard and nobody out in the 8th inning. That bullpen depth certainly getting tested here this weekend. Looks like Jason Bowden is coming in to try to put out another fire. 7 lead, and they will go to Texas A&M transfer Jason Bowden, who came in and was excellent in the game on Friday night in helping the Sooners preserve that win.
Yeah, 2 1/3 inning pitch on Friday. No hits, no runs, just 1 walk to 4 strikeouts. Was electric. Fastball's up to 95, 96. Wipeout slider.
But he will have to deal with the heart of the lineup. The number 2 batter, Chris Hakopian, is here. Kellner is the runner at second. Keel is at first. And Bowden deals a strike. As you said, fastball is in the mid-90s. That one was 94. Bowden spent 2024 at Texas A&M. This one pulled to short. Only play will be right there to second base to get Keel on the force play. So Hakopian is safe on the fielder's choice at first base. And down to third goes Kellner.
Good decision by Willits there. Hakopian, pretty good runner getting down the line. Takes the easy throw to second base for the out.
There's Caden Sorrell. 2 out of 4 today with 2 runs driven in is Sorrell. Aggies leader in home runs and runs driven in. 9 homers, 32 knocked in now. And a strike from Bowden at the knees. Taps that one just foul. Thought that thing might roll back fair, but it is 0-2. Got the World Baseball Classic tonight. Blake, you going to make it in home in time to watch?
7 p.m. first pitch, right?
Okay.
I think I can make that. I don't know. Might be watching it here, Chad.
We just crossed the 3-hour mark on this. Get the big leagues firing up here in a couple of weeks. Know that Cade Cavalli, the Sooner, is going to be the opening day starter for the Nationals.
That's cool to see, man. He's had some arm trouble in his career. Being able to get that opening day nod, it's big for him.
He spoke at Oklahoma's Diamond Dinner and talking about exactly what you mentioned, the coming back from injury to get yourself, you're on the precipice of realizing your dream, you get hurt. And he was a two-way guy coming out of high school, big-time hitter. But that pitching thing has certainly worked out for him.
Really did. He hit a little bit here as well. Had some home runs, really good bat, long levers. But, man, if you can throw every 5th day, I'd take it in a heartbeat.
2 balls, 2 strikes here to Caden Sorrell. battling away with Jason Bowden. Bowden was on that Texas A&M team that went to the College World Series in 2024, but only made 2 appearances and then became a Sooner last year, had 31 relief appearances, second most in the SEC. This is his second appearance this weekend. Ripped down the right field line, but that's going to spin foul and out of here. It'll stay 3-2 on Sorrell. Sorrell homered yesterday, 2 more hits today.
Just doesn't go down quietly. Gives you a really tough at bat, hard to get out. Calm approach to the plate, stays through the middle.
Jason Bowden, the winning pitcher here Friday night. He's got a chance to shut this game down, but we're only in the 8th. He's got to get some outs.
It's like the lefty Gavin Jones warming up in the bullpen.
Another 3-2 pitch headed home. And Sorrell foul tips that one. Kellner was coming home, trying to convince him that that was a swing and a miss and a dropped strike.
Trading out for a run? Absolutely.
Shift is on for the Sooners. And this is pulled fair in between the new first baseman Connor Larkin and the bag. Kellner scores. This one bangs back out into the field of play, picked up out there by Brendan Brock. It is an RBI double for Caden Sorrell, and now a 3-run game.
Just gets paid off, little hook barrel. Walks it down the first base line. Connor Larkin at first base. Tough play to make. Just scoots it inside that first base bag.
So the RBI double is the 3rd hit of the day for Caden Sorrell. He's driven in 3 runs. There he is. The man at third is Hakopian. And Wesley Jordan now. It's double number 3 for Sorrell this year. Jordan chased that one. Slider moving away from him. Oh, and 2 now.
It's the most out of control I've seen Jordan all weekend. 2 slider he's fanned at. Both balls.
And the 0-2 misses low and in from Bowden. There's strike 3 called. That slider away, and then over the inside corner, and a strikeout.
Absolutely right. Staying away soft. Then he gets a front hipper. Starts it right at the belt buckle. Breaks it down into that inside corner. Great pitch. Little help from his catcher, LaChance, framing that up.
So runners at second and third. Now 2 down, and here's Grahovac, who has not been retired today. Hit by pitch, a walk, a single, and a double for him. He's the potential tying run at the plate. And this one pulled toward third and foul. A lot of base traffic both ways all day long. Had 1-2-3 half innings.
Both by the Sooners, right?
Yep. Top of the first and the top of the sixth.
The story's been kind of different. The Aggies really taking advantage of the hit tool.
Speaking of hit, Grahovac gets hit by that one, and the bases are now loaded. He's been on base 5 times. That's the second time he's been hit. And so Jake Dewar will be the batter. Potential tying run is aboard. Dewar 1 out of 4 today with a single, 2 runs driven in, and 2 strikeouts. Odin rears back and launches one across.
If I'm Bowden, I'm staying with that 3 times, man. Trying to keep the ball out of the air. Power left-handed bat.
Ran that one in. 92 miles an hour. And it's 0-2 on Dewar.
Yeah, can really go anywhere with this one. Elevate up to get a chase. Freeze him with a fastball on the outside corner.
0-2. Bowden thought he had strike 3.
Got to be down. That looked like in the center of the heart.
The 1-2. Fair ball past Johnson. 2 runs will score at least. Up with it in left is Gamble. The 3rd run is chugging for the plate, and we are tied. It is a 3-run double by Jake Dewar. Grahovac scores all the way from first, and it's 11 apiece in the 8th.
It's a good piece of hitting right here. Fastball extended. Stays short to it. Walks the dog down the line for a 3-run double. Big hit.
Dewar has driven in 5 runs today, and the Aggies have battled all the way back to tie it. What resilience shown by this Texas A&M club. It is 11-11. And this ball is hit to fairly deep right field. Partita, and it's squeezed out there by Brendan Brock, who went back and forth like a washing machine. Aggies get 4 runs. They do so on 2 hits, and we're tied at 11, headed to the bottom of the 8th. Brand new ball game as we hit the 8th inning. The Sooners and the Aggies are all tied. It has been a crazy day. This was all the way back in the 1st inning. Sooners got that hit by Jackson Willits, took a 2-0 lead. Trey Gamble dumped that one in right there. Oklahoma led 4-0. Aggies started to battle back. That one dumped in. RBI single by Sorrell made it at 1.8-5, and the wind impacts, well, Friday, east-southeast, Saturday, southeast, today, northwest at 40. Blake, as you said at the beginning of the game, it's really 3 different baseball fields that you're playing on.
Absolutely. You get that calm, kind of a calm day, east-southeast. It doesn't really do anything to the baseball, kind of plays true, but then at Kimry Family Stadium on Saturday, you get a true day, everything blowing out to left, and now today all cards are out of the window, man.
This is Grant Cunningham. Enters in a tie ball game. Grant Cunningham, senior from Seattle, Washington. He's a transfer from the University of Washington. Was honorable mention All Pac-12 in 2024. And this is his 2nd year at Texas A&M.
Been hit around a little bit. 3 appearances, 4 hits, walk and a strikeout.
Drew Dickerson up first here for the Sooners. The DH slams this one foul and out of play. Each team with 11 runs on 12 hits. And 0-2 on Dickerson. keeps the at-bat alive. 4-run top of the 8th inning, including a 3-run double. Jake Dewar delivering the tying blow for the Aggies to make it 11 apiece. Another 0-2 for Dickerson. Did not go around, says the first base umpire, Jordan Farrell. Dickerson came on in the 6th inning and struck out in his first plate appearance. Batting for Alec Blair at the time. Strike 3 called.
It's a good breaking ball by Cunningham. Featured in that at bat. Kind of started off safe off. Just throw the fastball when you can. Let's take a look at this shape. Kind of sharp. Slider on the black.
Connor Larkin will bat for the first time today. He has come on to play first base. The Sooners pinch hit for Dayton Taki with Gerardo Prado the last time through the lineup. And now Larkin comes in to play first base, and he'll get his first plate appearance. Aggies shift around toward the first base side again. Connor Larkin 2 for 10 at the plate this season with a run driven in. Both of his hits have been doubles. Grant Cunningham. Skips down beneath the glove of Bear Harrison. First appearance of the weekend for Cunningham. Same for Larkin. Late inning situations in a tie ball game. Connor Larkin out of Cherry Hills Village, Colorado, Cherry Creek High School. He was the 2025 Colorado Gatorade Player of the Year, part of a freshman class that's got Skip Johnson super excited about. Right into the shift, and he beats the shift. A seeing eye single through the shift for Connor Larkin with one down in the 8th inning.
Yeah, right to the normal second base position. One of the things I don't understand about the shift, you got a guy with 10 at-bats, and you're going to play him to the pull side. It ends up working out for Connor Larkin on that one.
So Oklahoma with the potential go-ahead run aboard. And Kyle Branch, the scheduled hitter, looks like he may get called back for Desan Harris. The Sooners will go from a right-handed hitter to a left-handed hitter. Desan Harris delivered what was the game-winning RBI in Friday night's game. It was a sacrifice fly for the Sooners in the 8th inning. Got the start yesterday out in center field. Oh for 2 this weekend at the plate, but you see a nice .320 batting average. He has come through in situations for the Sooners when called upon. He'll bat for Branch.
Desan, guy it's kind of easy to root for, you know, just called upon, does his job when he's called upon, you know, had the sac fly Friday night, just really emphatic going down first base line, put his team ahead to win.
Two and 0 the count. There is activity still in the A&M bullpen. None in the Oklahoma pen right now, although there are kind of two pens out there for Oklahoma these days. The new one and the old one.
Got to keep on your toes up here, Chad.
3 balls and no strikes. Cunningham hasn't been out there much this year, hasn't issued a walk this season, though. There's ball 4, though. And Oklahoma has the lead run in scoring position with one down.
Hassan Harris coming through again. Works a 4-pitch walk, gets first and second to roll the lineup over.
Jason Walk's got 2 hits today, including a bunt base hit. One down in the inning. How good a play is a bunt here with one out?
I was
with
just
his
thinking
speed?
about that. Yeah, if he can put one in like he did Friday night, or even the last one he did towards the pitcher, he's got a chance.
There's the potential lead run, Connor Larkin. One and one on Walk.
He had that single through the 4-hole back in the 4th inning. Reggie Willis may hit, let him swing the bat, try to shoot that gap once again.
Lifts this one into shallow left. The shortstop, Kellner, and the left fielder, Dewar there, and it'll be Kellner taking it for the second out. So here's Trey Gamble, again the lead run in scoring position. Gamble has had himself a day, including a home run in the 3rd. He's walked, been hit by a pitch, driven in 3 and scored 2. No shift here for Gamble. Gamble's 2-run home run came in the 3rd. At the time, gave Oklahoma an 8-4 lead. Pulls this one. Diving is the first baseman, Grohovac. He can't come up with it, and the bases will be loaded. And that'll be an infield hit for Gamble.
Grohovac saves a run on this play. This ball is smoked right at him. Good job keeping it on the infield, saving a run, keeping Larkin at third base.
Larkin rounded, thought about it, but good job by Hakopian to come over and pick it up. And here is Camden Johnson. 3 hits today. He's 3 out of 4. Last time up got hit by pitch, and that drove in a run. Bases full, 2 gone. Camden Johnson had 3 hits in the first 3 innings today, including a double. Way outside that time from Cunningham.
If you're Cunningham, got to let your defense work here. Can't give up a bases loaded walk to give the lead up.
Two and 0. And now the pressure really on Grant Cunningham. Got to come with a strike to a guy who's hit some balls hard today. Ball 3. Or you don't have to throw a strike.
It's a tough situation for a guy who doesn't have a whole lot of confidence coming in this year. Not many appearances, just his 3rd. Got to find a way to get back in this count.
Take sign likely here for Johnson. And there's ball 4. Oklahoma leads on a bases loaded walk to Camden Johnson. Connor Larkin, who started things with a single, crosses the plate. And Oklahoma is back on top 12-11. With 2 outs, Brendan Brock will get a chance.
Got to think 12 is not enough to win this game. Got to find a way to get 2-out hit, extend the lead going into the ninth.
Brock's got 2 hits, 2 for 5 today, 5 hits on the weekend. And a strike from Cunningham. Aggies have walked 8 and hit 2. Brock swings through that one, and it's 0-2. Time called, and I think Skip Johnson's going to call Brendan Brock over here for a second. Reggie Willits comes out to visit with Brock, kind of wearing a smile on his face.
Yeah, this is pitch selection in my mind. Just trying to figure out what Cunningham's going to do to you with 2 strikes. Make that curveball be up.
Two hits, 2 walks, and a run across for Oklahoma in the bottom of the 8th inning to retake the lead. And an 0-2 pitch headed home to Brendan Brock. Pulled to third. Partita cleanly up with it. Low throw hung onto by Grahovac, and the inning is over. But the Sooners lead. Aggies will have 8, 9, and 1 in their lineup in the top of the 9th when we come back. 11-7 entering the 8th inning. The Aggies rallied to tie this game up. RBI double there by Caden Sorrell and a 3-run double. Big time hit that Jake Dewar came through with right there to tie it at 11 apiece. Oklahoma has responded. Bases loaded walk to Camden Johnson that has given the Sooners a 12-11 lead. 1-run game. Jason Bowden back out facing his former team, Texas A&M. Bowden got the win on Friday night. Trying to get a win here on this Sunday afternoon and give Oklahoma the series win. Bear Harrison has been on base 3 times today. And a foul ball. That one came in on the bat handle. 93-mile-an-hour fastball. 1-1 to Bear Harrison. Doubled and scored in the 3rd. Hit by pitch in the 4th and again in the 5th, and then struck out in the 7th. It'll be Harrison, Kellner, and then the leadoff batter, Keel. One and 2 now to Bear Harrison.
That's a good slider at 83. Coming on the hands at 92. Next pitch, here you go. There's the Frisbee.
Bowden went 2 1/3 innings on Friday night to get the win. Aggies have tied it up, so Bowden would be the Oklahoma pitcher of record to get another win if he could finish this one off. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bear Harrison. And it'll stay at 2-2. Bowden is the 4th pitcher utilized by the Sooners today. Cord Rager, the starter, went 3 innings. Then Jackson Cleveland and Caden Leon before Bowden entered in the 8th. To the shortstop, Willits. Charges in. 1 down.
Important first out by Bowden. Heavy mix of fastball, slider to get Harrison to ground out to Reggie Willits. It's shortstop.
That'll bring in Kellner, who's got 2 hits today. He's been on base 3 times. Really a productive weekend for Boston Kellner in the number 9 spot.
A promising young freshman. Imagine him being up in that order later on in his career.
Bowden fires a strike across the outer half. And the 0-1 pulled to third. Cleanly handled down there by Camden Johnson. 2 down. Aggies down to their final out, but they will roll the lineup back to the top for Terrence Keel. We would give you a scoring recap, but that would take about 30 minutes. Oklahoma has held a couple of 4 runs, a 6-run lead and 2 4-run leads today. A&M rallied to tie it at 11 apiece, but Oklahoma trying to win the series. Jason Bowden facing Terrence Keel. And there's a strike across.
Yeah, anytime you score 11 or 12 runs, you kind of expect to win the game. Been kind of a weird weekend like that.
0-1 is over but low. Dewar has driven in 5 runs. Sorrell 3 for the Aggies today. 1-2 the count for the Sooners. Gamble's driven in 3. Caden Johnson's driven in 3. Jackson Willits has driven in 4. And Oklahoma is a strike away from taking the series to start SEC play. Keel says not just yet.
Nice job fouling that pitch off. It's another tough slider. Keep the team in the game right now.
Jason Bowden trying to pick up his 2nd win of the weekend. And give Oklahoma a hard-earned 2-1 start on the weekend. And Keel just battling away. Keel had an RBI single in the top of the 3rd. Lined one off of his teammate in the 5th. And got hit by a pitch on something similar to that back in the 8th inning.
Yeah, go back to that at bat. That would have changed this game. That would have scored a couple runs. Made this a whole lot different look here in the top of the 9th.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Check swing. Oklahoma asking for the appeal. It is granted. And the first base ump, Jordan Farrell, says no swing. We got a full count with 2 down.
See how it goes. Good hold up. Didn't like the quick pitch from Bowden.
To the 3rd baseman, Camden Johnson fires a strike, and Oklahoma holds on to win 12-11. The Sooners get a run on a bases-loaded walk to Camden Johnson in the bottom of the 8th inning, and Oklahoma wins the series 2-1, their first series win against A&M since 2010. That's the kind of weekend that it was. Back and forth games, down to the wire, and in the end, this is how close it's probably going to be all season long in the SEC for both these teams, Blake.
You're absolutely right. Could have gone either way all 3 days, right? Battling, hard-fought games, guys that could just extend games, people scoring runs when they need to.
It was a good one. Oklahoma wins the series 2-1. The Sooners win on Friday, and they win on Sunday. Texas A&M got the middle game by a final of 9-5. From Norman, Oklahoma, I'm Chad McKee for Blake Brewster, reminding you that all games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN and the SEC.